things are hard. Yeah. Ah.
I think that's
Ah. Okay.
oh, that hurt.
I know. Final attempt. Oh yeah. Dude, that's nasty. Wait. Yep. Alright, go, you got it.
It's crazy. That's only great.
I thought I heard it. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, hit him with that.
Come on, Tristan! Let's go!
Oh, God.
I made it hurt. Back on!
That could hurt. You gotta pass on the edge for somebody else.
Before the game. Baby A after the game. This is me before the game. This is Baby B after the game.
This is Tanifa before the game. I'm Tanifa. This is me after the game.
This is me before the game. This is Sam. Holy crap. This is me after the game. This is me before the game. I'm Jocelyn Putnam and this is me after the game.
Yep, name's Victoria. Here we are. This is Victoria after the game. Yeah.
This is me before the game. This is Lindsay and this is me after the game.
This is me before the game.
This is me before the game. This is me after the game.
This is Justine. Oh my gosh.
This is me after the game.
Biggest Mando in this
What does that feel like?
Oh my gosh, when we won the first game, I cried. You don't really know what it's gonna be like when you're creating this team in this environment and you're just going kind of blind. We didn't scrimmage anybody, like we weren't able to have that. So going into the first game, I don't think I've ever been so nervous in my whole life. And then, you know, we were super successful and I just remember crying after the first game and like hugging my dad.
Demonstrate your emotions. Use emotions.
So I'm the last guy. Okay.
Mine's the star eyes like this.
Square up. Haley. Square up. Square up. LT. Square up.
Oh, square up.
Track star. Square up. Louisiana. Square up. Paula. Square up. Archie. Square up. Coach T.
What's up?
Square up. Bajay. Square up. Amber. Square up. Pebble.
What's that?
Square up.
What's that?
Q, square up.
Alright, come on, bruh.
It's still recording. All right.
Is sugar-free Red Bull, the big one, and a little bag of hot Cheetos.
Cheez-Its. My favorite girl dinner is Fruity Pebbles or any type of cereal.
Corn dogs, and they have to be microwaved with a little ketchup and a little mustard. They have to be on the opposite side of the plate.
My favorite girl dinner is...
Probably the protein Eggos, and then sometimes I'll put like cottage cheese on top with like avocado. But then I also have to have like popcorn and like chocolate covered almonds, but the almonds have to be in the freezer.
Oh! Uncrustables!
Fuck yeah.
And I like boiled eggs with salt and pepper. Simple.
Go to the movie theaters,
Get an extra large bucket of popcorn, extra butter. Leave the movie theaters, don't watch the movie. Eat it by yourself with a bag of liquid Cheetos and cottage cheese.
Kosher strudels or salted caramel ice cream, honestly. Yeah. My girl dinner, dino nuggets for a sweet treat, Uncrustables, but it has to be frozen and the bread is thawed out a little bit.
My favorite girl dinner, ice. And if I'm feeling fancy, I'll put some like sugar on it. Pebble ice though, it has to be pebble ice.
My girl dinner is street tacos.
My favorite girl dinner is toaster strudels with milk.
Water and hopes and dreams.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Coach again joined by two running backs. Coach takes a snap. She's looking to pass. It's number 30, Latita Thompson, with the score.
Why do you play football, Paula? Because I was told I can't. Why do you play football?
Because I can, y'all.
Pebbles.
Yes.
Why do you play football? Why do you play football? Because somebody told me I couldn't.
Ooh, yeah.
Kai. Why do you play football?
Because all my life I was told I was too big for this sport and that sport, and now it's good.
Why do you play football? Because I like to hit. Why do you play football?
Because I love football.
Why do you play football?
For the grind, for the culture, for the hustle.
Amber, why do you play football?
Because I love the sport and I love being aggressive.
Yeah.
Why do you play football?
Because I can.
I've always wanted to play. And when I was a kid, they would always tell me it was a boy sport. And so now I'm an adult and nobody can tell me what to do. So I'm a hit.
Why do you play football?
I've been playing since I was 7, so just like the contact sport.
Nebraska, why do you play football?
Well, I'm from Nebraska, and there's a lot of pride in Nebraska football. So I love football. I grew up with my brothers playing football, and as soon as I got the opportunity, I had to take it.
You have to sit on the ground without bending your knees.
Easy then. There, I win.
Oh. No, this won't work. I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna just fall over though. A little suspicious. Just like, I can't go down that far.
Walk in.
Yeah!
Oh, they bent.
Pause. I need to try that again and give me about 20 minutes.
Wait, let's see, yeah.
Oh! Catch y'all later.
The first down. Barrett brings a tackle into the 20. It's picked up a block. He's going to get in. A wide open pass and take him down.
It's time.
This group right here, all around, is football. We're all football players. Y'all are football players, okay?
Down. Good. Contiello's going to go straight ahead. Got a receiver caught. Touchdown. They're back by him. What a catch. Houdini acts. Sideline. She breaks another tackle. There's now one for
Yo, Jay, what you say?
has time. Throws on the run to the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. Pittsburgh TD.
The athletes, they're the backbone of this whole league, and they're just amazing people. They've got amazing stories.
Barrett in the pattern, they're looking for, able to bring that one in, Brianna Barrett. My goodness.
I never thought I'd be here. I feel like the best things in life are things that come to you unexpected. So it's been a great journey for me.
I know this is where I'm supposed to be.
Caught touchdown, Jada Meister.
Essentially, it's true of breaking barriers, right?
She could go all the way, and she does. Touchdown.
We're shattering the glass ceiling.
Great pass up in the air. Touchdown.
All of the women role models that we look up to are all women who did things that were not expected.
They realize they're pioneers. They realize that the trail that they leave is going to be a path that a young girl can follow.
It gives you hope. They believe in themselves, I believe in them, and Franco believed in all of us, so it just goes with the territory.
One team.
You know the moments, the feeling in your feet, the rhythm of ambition, that extra, that aha, that sight. That's something. The click, the shift, the boom, and you're there. The mess becomes a map, and you call it art, or science, or code, because now you know the way forward. For all the moments that drive you, there's edX. Fuel your ambition with thousands of job-relevant courses and programs at edX.org.
And as we can see, the future of technology is with us. You might be thinking, Doc, this is truly amazing. And we
Hey, is the projector ready? Come on, time for a team meeting.
In the quiet moments before dawn, champions are made. Every fan, every athlete, every moment counts. It's not just a game, it's a passion that unites us, drives us, and makes us strive for greatness. Greatness is wherever fans connect and call home. We believe in the power of the community. We believe in turning passion into action. We bring fans closer and transform loyalty into unforgettable experiences. Join us. Make every moment matter. Fan Club. Get your fans in the game.
You know the moments, the feeling in your feet, the rhythm of ambition, that extra, that aha, that sight.
That's something.
The click, the shift, the boom, and you're there. The mess becomes a map, and you call it art, or science, or code, because now you know the way forward. For all the moments that drive you, there's edX. Fuel your ambition with thousands of job-relevant courses and programs at edX.org.
Welcome to beautiful Salt Lake City while we are here watching the Salt Lake Wildcats versus the Mile High Blaze. I've got Coach Gates here. Now, Coach Gates, you've had a lot of success so far this season. What is the number one thing that you're focused on tonight?
Execution. We want to make sure all phases that we're executing.
All right, and now tell me, what would be your perfect outcome today? Obviously, outside of a win. What are you looking for from your players?
On offense, no turnovers, and on defense, as many 3-outs as possible. We want the 3-and-outs.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure that we're going to have an amazing game today. Thank you so much, Coach Gates. Have an amazing game.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, we're here with Jocelyn Putnam, number 57. She's one of our team captains. So Jocelyn, I have a couple questions for you. Tell me, what is the number one thing that you have been doing to prepare for this week?
I've just been working really hard to stay healthy, to hydrate, make it to practices, just stay healthy.
Okay. Now, I know that you've been playing football for a very long time. What is the number one thing that helps you keep your head in the game?
I just love the sport so much. I really enjoy being here and just, yeah.
Just love it, right?
Yep.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Jocelyn. I know you're going to have an amazing game. Can't wait to see you out there. Okay, we are here with Brindley Devi, number 10. Now, Brindley, I have a couple questions. You play two positions.
Yeah.
What do you think is the number one thing that you have to focus on to be able to play both effectively?
Just confidence, playing two different positions, two different mindsets completely, but each one, to catch a ball, you have to have confidence. To kick the ball, you have to have confidence, and you just have to be confident, the plays, confidence you're going to make this field goal. I think the most important thing in any position is confidence.
Okay. Now, there's a lot of preparation that goes into the games. What did you do this week that you feel like is going to set you apart from everybody else to help you make sure that we have a victory today?
Definitely just taking care of my body. Biggest thing for me was watching film. When I know the team I'm playing and I can study their players and what they do best, it's easy to shut them down quickly or how to get around them.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm excited to see you play, and we're going to have a great night. Have a good day.
Awesome, thank you.
Up there for me? Up there? Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
It's coming through. It's coming through.
Okay. Sounded good?
Sounds fun. Sounds like a Steve.
Sounds like what we're doing. Is this recording to that?
What'd you say?
Never mind, we're gone. Ready, camera 2, and take 2.
Alright guys, Pat's going to be doing calls on the radio, so be listening to that. We're going to hang up this
Ready,
one.
camera 1, take 1. Camera
Can you
2,
hear him on the
show me
radio?
some defense, would you? Copy. Yeah, are they not talking? Are you hearing the play-by-play at all?
Wildcats 36.
Joey, they're talking.
It's that one. Can you hear that now? Now can you hear it?
You just had your computer ones on.
My bad. Sorry.
You're all right.
And they opt to go for it on 4th down, but they're held short. The quarterback keeper, and they'll be stopped here at 4th and 3 with a turnover on downs to the Blaze.
Blazes seeming to have quite all the answers on that first drive, stopping them short, not even getting a Wildcat first down. A very rare sight to see. Very interesting to see how this Blazes offense works. They are a very big defensive team, but an even bigger running team. They've got great running backs. It'll be interesting to see how our Wildcats respond.
Blaze take their first snap on offense. And it's a handoff right up the middle for a really good gain there, about 7 yards. They will definitely take that. They are a lower scoring team generally. They've only put up a combined 27 points so far, but they're looking to improve that tonight. And I would say that's a great start for them on their first down.
I say that's a fantastic start. Getting hot early is the key to this game. Whichever team can get going first will be the team to stand on top.
Absolutely. They line up for 2nd down here. Uh-oh, and I think we've got a false start there. Yep, that'll be a false start on the Blaze for a 5-yard penalty, taking them back just about where they started. There'll be 2nd and 9 to go here.
All right, hopefully that doesn't hiccup anything for our Blazes here. Hoping to see some big plays here now that they're pushed back by 5 yards.
We'll see how they respond. They take the snap. Another keeper down right in the middle, breaking first tackle, but stopped after a couple yards. They'll have 3rd and long here.
All right, big 3rd down here, seeing if our Wildcats can also respond by shutting down the offense on their first drive. Looks like we've got our safety pushed up forward. No one's dropping back, maybe expecting the run here.
Same handoff to the same player, but another stop and a great play there by the Wildcats. That'll force a 4th down here, and I'm really curious to see what the Blaze do at this field position.
Wildcats are doing great here. Big shout out right D-line who are holding them on this first drive, breaking through their offensive line, getting in the backfield quick. They are doing an outstanding job right now. If they keep playing like this, I see a big W for our Wildcats.
Ty, if you are the Blaze here, 4th and 5 at the 39-yard line, what are you doing here?
If I have the kicker for it, I'm going to try and go for that field goal, but I'm punting it. It's early in the game. There's nothing to risk here. Big play, big fumble on the ground.
Loose ball, and it looks like the Wildcats have recovered it. Either way, though, it would have turned over to the Wildcats, and they respond with a huge turnover there after being stuffed on the 4th down attempt.
All right, they were shut out on their first drive. It'll be interesting to see if they change their game plan at all. We've got great offensive weapons, averaging about 392.
I mean, that's just crazy, and they'll definitely look to improve that and keep that pace tonight. But not the best start with their first drive there. Let's see what they can do to mix that up here. And another run right up the middle there on 1st down for a short gain of about 2.
The Blazes are doing an amazing job stopping this run game so early on. That is going to be probably their biggest focus, is making sure that our running backs are not getting hot. Going to force Gates to throw the ball, something that I'm not fearful of. Gates is an amazing quarterback, having an outstanding season, already having 402 yards passing.
And that's through 3 games, is that right?
That's just through 3 games, folks. She is hot. Yep. Keep your eyes out on her. She's fantastic. Big throw down the middle.
Goodness.
Going over
all the
to
way.
A Wildcat wide receiver.
What a play.
And for a touchdown.
Wow.
What a fantastic play by our Wildcats.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
Fantastic throw by Laura Gates. I believe that was to our wide receiver, Archuleta here. Fantastic play.
They've had a great link up so far this season, and there's another one to add to the tally. What a play by the Wildcats. What a throw, and what a catch. Taking it to the house for the first score of the game as your Wildcats take the lead 6-0. And here we go for the PAT. We've seen a couple times so far this season for the Wildcats to go for surprise 2-point conversions, but it doesn't look like that's the case this time as they drill the extra point and take the early lead 7-0 at about halfway through this first quarter. What a great play for the Wildcats.
If we go back looking at that play, Archuleta did an amazing job getting behind the cornerback and the safety, having just open backfield just so Laura Gates can use that cannon of an arm to send it over right into her hands. What a beautiful play.
Absolutely, yeah. She does exactly what she needs to beat both those defenders, but it's a perfect throw. You cannot throw that one short, obviously, because you have the 2 defenders trailing right behind her, and she does exactly that. She keeps it just ahead of both defenders, but right into the arms of Archuleta. Great play.
To have that poise is just impressive, especially after being shut out on their first drive. Gates kept her cool, saw Archuleta in the back, and let it send.
Yeah, the Wildcats have not been 3 and out forced much this season so far, so it was interesting to see how they would respond, and I think that tells you exactly what their response was.
We're responding with our claws today, Mason. We are scratching. Yeah. We will fight. We are the aggressive team for sure.
Yep. Wildcats will kick off here after the score. Ball goes deep. It's about the 15-yard line where the Blaze receive it, and they'll try and make something out of that. With a big run up the middle. The Blaze might take this all the way. She's going. She's looking back. 20, 15, 10, 5. Did she get in? She might have just gone out of bounds at the 1 yard line.
What an amazing run from the Blaze.
Wow.
A fantastic kick return. If you looked at her, she was just opening up pockets, finding the room, and running through them.
What a return, actually. I mean, that's a great response. The Blaze are not going to let the Wildcats have this one easy.
Looks like, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a game on our hands. Quite not common for our Wildcats.
No.
We've only allowed, I believe, 6 points this season.
That's correct, yeah, and that was in their last game towards the end. So basically shutting out their opponents the majority of every game. So we'll see what they can do here. Ball at the 1, and the Blaze look to answer that touchdown that the Wildcats just performed so beautifully.
Oh, looks like the Blazes are going for 2 here, trying to get that early lead on our Wildcats.
They're going to try and punch it in here.
Looks like they're
Blaze
lined
line
up for a QB sneak.
And they've got it. Easy.
Easy for the Blaze.
The Blaze scored that touchdown to go 6-7. And not the response the Wildcats wanted for sure. They're going to be a little stunned by that one, I think. But I think it could be good for them. They have not seen much
pushback.
Not pushback, exactly, all season. So this is probably good for the Wildcats. It'll be a test for them for sure.
I'm not sure on the reason, but looks like they are redoing that play. Looks like they're now kicking it.
After the 1 yard touchdown run. And the kick is good, and we've got a tied game, 7-7. And the Wildcats will now receive the ball right back. Look at that. I mean, 30 seconds of play time there from the kick return and the 1 yard touchdown run. And we've got a tie game again.
Not many defensive stats for our Wildcats since we do shut out most of our teams. We're not really up there, so we haven't seen our full potential yet, in my opinion. But we are ranked pretty high up there. Lambright is 4th in tackles with 28 for the season, and 2 of those were for a loss.
That's amazing.
We'll see what Lambright, if she can come up with something during this next up-and-coming defensive run.
When you consider how few defensive snaps the Wildcats have taken this far into the season, some of those stats really do start to impress. But most of the players do play both sides of the ball here and do excel on both sides of the ball. So we'll see what they can do with the ball in their hands as the Blaze line up to kick. Number 1, Mulaney Archuleta is the kicker for tonight on the Blaze. And we'll see how far she can boot this one down the field. The Wildcats had a pretty good kick on that kickoff there, taking it all the way down to the 15 or so. But that was no problem for the Blaze. This one gets about to the 15 as well. And we're going. We've got quite a good return. Not Blaze level this time, but they'll take that for sure, starting the field position for this drive at about the 37-yard line.
You can see our Wildcats trying to get down to the sideline, trying to make and respond with a big touchdown return for ourselves. Stop short, but a great receiving run. We're just down on the 36.
First down with 36.
The Wildcats showed last drive how capable they are in the air. Let's see what they do here on first down. Laura Gates drops back and airs it out. Pass thrown a little short, but a great catch.
Breaking tackles.
And she's still on her feet.
Looking like they needed 5 Blazes just to take her
down. Look at that.
Hear me out, Mason. Let's just give her the ball.
Right. She just absolutely demolished that team there.
Great throw again by Laura Gates. Just an unstoppable QB. Looks like it'll be an aerial battle for the Wildcats with the Blazes expecting the run.
Right. They'll take that. The Blaze showed that they were ready to combat the Wildcats on the ground, so why not take it to the air? And another completion by Gates for about a 20-yard gain there. That's pretty awesome. Gates drops back, finds out wide again. Caught by number 13, and she beats the defender. Running down, and she'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats. Lexi Ronning with the reception, takes it to the house, and another score for the Wildcats.
I don't know how many people caught it, but Laura Gates, in my opinion, got hit late. Released that ball, but still took a hit from the Blazes. But look at her. She got back up. She's ready to play, and I have a feeling we're going to see some more plays out of Laura Gates tonight. Got some fire under her now for sure.
She's tenacious, isn't she? Playing both sides of the ball like most of the Wildcats do. I think that does a lot in that regard. And they take the snap. They're not going to go for 1. They're going to go for 2. Gates drops back, finds it, and it's good.
Big 2-point conversion for the
Wow.
Wildcats. That's that fire that I'm talking about. Laura Gates kept her cool. Her defenders were right in front of her. She kept
Right in
her
her
eyes
face.
down the field and released the ball perfectly into the hands of another Wildcat.
Sam Gordon with the reception for the 2-point conversion, and that'll be good to make the score 15-7 for your Wildcats. And what a response. A great drive, again, led by the air. And that Gates-Ronning connection is looking to be pretty threatening for the Blaze tonight. Wildcats have found their groove in the air for sure.
They have found their groove, and their groove is our QB here. She is playing a great first quarter. Excited to see more. Excited to see if the Blazes will respond by dropping back a little bit, maybe having a deep safety, maybe even doing cover 2, seeing what they can do to stop these big passes down the field.
Absolutely. The Wildcats will look to hopefully have a better response on special teams here with the kickoff. They held them just fine on defense, on the ground and forced the 3-and-out on their first drive. But that huge kick return led to the 1-yard rush for the Blaze and their eventual score.
That huge return definitely still in the back of the minds of the Wildcats. Interesting to see if they'll step it up here.
Kickoff for the Wildcats after that 8-point score between the touchdown and the 2-point after. They line up to kick, and she'll send it all the way back to the 20. Number 14 on the Blaze receives it, running across field towards the center, and this time the Wildcats will make a good stop and a good tackle right about the 35-yard line. A solid return for the Blaze, but not anything to devastate the Wildcats again like the last one.
All right, very interested to see how our defense is going to respond. having a lot of confidence in our D-line to keep breaking away at that O-line. Our safety, Laura Gates, is actually first in receptions with 3, and one of those being a pick 6. Archuleta is third with 2.
Wow, we have not seen the Blaze attempt a passing play just yet, but I have a feeling that if we do, Wildcats got it covered.
Wildcats got it covered in
Goes
the
into
air.
the air.
An interception.
Just like that.
Just like that. I believe that's Laura Gates going for her second pick 6. Very excited. Look at her cheering with her team.
Wow.
An absolute amazing play. If you look at Laura Gates while she's playing, it's quite... Eyes are on the QB at all times. Her playing herself as QB probably helps with seeing where that anticipation is. Grabbing that ball as it follows through her hands and running it to the house. You love to see it.
You really do. I mean, she just read the quarterback beautifully, and I think you touched on it exactly right. When you are the quarterback, you know exactly where you're looking, where your players should be, and I think she just did that exactly right. She read the play, and she was there to make it. Great catch and an easy return for the touchdown again. And this is a high-scoring game. We are just barely halfway through the first quarter, and the Wildcats will look to go up 22-7 with the PAT, and what a play.
What a play. It'll be interesting to see. Is that going to affect the minds of the Blaze players? Are they going to respond by just running it? Are they going to continue passing? It'll be interesting to see what the Blaze's coaching staff on what they're going to play out next.
I do think it would be completely justified if you see them be a little more hesitant to take it to the air after that play. I mean, that's their first passing attempt. They don't have a lot of passing yards on the season so far, and I think it does start to wear on your confidence a little bit, where they did have that huge play to start and to answer the first touchdown from the Wildcats. Let's see what they can do now, though. Wildcats are looking great after that kind of slow start in that first drive.
Stopped early, got scored on early, but look at our Wildcats. They're poised, they're brave, and they're confident in what they can do. I know the coaching staff personally. I know they're grilled. They have grilled so many things into them on staying focused, on being poised, and not being bothered by the other team.
We line up for the fifth kickoff, you count the starting one of the game, which I guess isn't too crazy for the Wildcats. They do score a lot of points, but
They do score a lot of points. That is not something that we are shy about at all.
that being said, 22 in the first quarter is pretty good even by their standards.
Oh, the ball getting behind the Blazes, going all the way back to the touchdown. They pick it up at the 1-yard line, working their way around it out at just, I believe, the 11. Wildcats stopping them short. Quite the opposite of that big return earlier in the first quarter.
And that's going to be a huge start for them, giving them great field advantage here for the Wildcats. What a play. What a great kick. Blaze pinned at their own 10-yard line. Let's see if they can take it the full 90 yards to get back and diminish that score lead that the Wildcats have worked so hard to create so far.
This is a great defensive position for our Wildcats. The Blazes, knowing that they have so much to go for, being 90 yards back, they're going to have to throw it. Running it would just not make sense.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see what type of plays that they come up with.
Quarterback takes the snap, and it is a handoff. She'll get a couple yards on that one, but not enough to really make a difference here in this big field that's ahead of them so far. Oh, and we do have a player down. You always hate to see this. Looks like it's a Blaze player after that pile up on the run. I can't tell if it was the player that had the ball.
Trainers are checking her out right now. It seems to be, maybe it looks like an ankle injury where that our physical trainer is kind of pointing at and working with. Hopefully she'll be all right.
This is certainly the part you hate to see about the sport that is so aggressive. I mean, it's just the cost that comes with it, right?
You gotta be aggressive when you're playing football here, especially against our Wildcats. They come out with so much force.
Looks like we're going to take an injury timeout where both teams can kind of recoup and figure out their game plans here. And we hope the best for number 91
Like
on the
she's
Blaze.
on her feet, which is a great sign.
It
Walking
is.
with no support, which is an even better sign. Hopefully able to either re-enter this game or at least take a seat here, rest up, and be ready for her next one.
Yeah, we'd like to see that she's walking off the field. It looks like she's got a little limp. Hope for the best for her.
Hopefully it's just a nice, easy ice, and then she'll be back on the field.
That is Jasmine Alaquin, offensive lineman for the Blaze. As we resume here after the brief injury timeout, the Blaze will continue. They got that 4-yard gain before the injury, leaving it 2nd and 6. And another handoff here, trying to get around, breaks the first tackle, but it's not enough to get around, and number 14 is held short there for no gain.
If I'm the Blazes here, I'm going for it. I've been stopped short twice. I've been stopped short multiple times. Sorry, 3 times that they have been. Third down? Yeah. Third down here for our Blazes. It'll be interesting to see how they're going to respond. If they're going to switch to some aerial plays, passing the ball down the field, or if they'll stick to the ground.
And yet another handoff on 3rd down. Linebacker tackle. Once again held short. I don't even think they got another gain, and that's going to be 4th and 6 to go. And that's just not a great drive. They're going to have to come out and punt this one. They definitely do not want to risk losing the ball here inside their own 15. Great plays by the Wildcats.
Great
They're
plays
going
by the Wildcats. Another big shout out to our defensive line. They are absolutely closing those gaps, swarming the holes, and getting on top of their running backs quick.
I believe that was Brielle Lampright with the tackle there. That's their outside linebacker. The punt goes up. It's looking a little short. Received just past the 40. Inside, and Gates will take it outside with the punt reception. And the Wildcats will start their drive here just shy of the 30-yard line. Not a bad place to start your drive, huh?
Not a bad place at all. Most of our scores so far have just been these big plays of 30 yards plus. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another big passing play here, or if we see some things on the ground to get our running backs started now that we have this lead cushion.
Yeah, the Wildcats did not find the air as well as they probably would have liked to last year, but they certainly have improved that greatly this year. It's been such a threat for them, and I think that dual threat has made them such a better team, even though last year they were incredible, right? They went completely undefeated, blowing out most of the teams that they faced. They've done so far the same this year, even in their promotion to the Pro League. And 1st down, they find the completion again. This time it's a little bit of a shorter gain compared to their other passing plays, but they will definitely take that there for about a 5-yard gain or so.
Looks like the Wildcats are attacking by the pass this game, and I am loving it.
2nd and 3 after the 7-yard reception. Wildcats line up with 2 in the backfield. I'm wondering if they've got a running play here to follow that. And a pitch outside to Sam Gordon. She's going to take it. Good blocks by the receivers. Spins out of the first tackle. Dodging still on her feet and gets the 1st down and some extra yards to go. What a great play.
That's that 11.3 yards average per carry. Sam Gordon just an unit. Such impressive stats, such impressive plays, keeping her eyes down the field, analyzing the defense. Move. She is just amazing.
Yep, and great blocks there by both the receivers and that outside tackle. I mean, that's just going to help her out so much. I think also having the dual threat capable here for the Wildcats is so helpful. And they'll take it rushing for about a 5-yard gain out to the outside.
Our Wildcats now in the red zone. Interested to see, will we keep running it? We had that 2-point conversion where Gates passed it into the deep right corner. Are we going to look left? Are we going to look in the air? Are we going to run it? It'll be interesting to see what our head coach has for us.
Wildcats will take it at the 13-yard line on 2nd and 7. Once again, lining up with 2 in the backfield. Gates hikes it, drops back, immediately runs after the pressure, gets tackled from behind for no gain, I believe.
There is the Blazers' biggest strong suit is that defense. They have quite a lot of tackles for their season so far. The running game might not be the best look.
And they don't mind that at all, like we've said. Their aerial passing has been wonderful, and they'll keep using that if it's going to keep working, you know. Looks like we do have a penalty on the field as the refs discuss it. And we're thinking it's a holding.
Looks like some suspicions on holding on
Defense?
We saw some pointing going towards the defense. Quite unsure. Looks like they're still discussing.
It is a holding on the defense for a first down. Not what the Blaze need.
That is not.
Oh, it's not enough for the first down because they are inside the 10 now.
It's just something that the Blazers cannot afford going against our Wildcats today. Penalties are going to eat up yardage, and that is something that our Wildcats are already so good at doing, getting down the field, gaining yards, running it, passing it.
Gates takes the snap, catch amongst the middle, and it's a good for another touchdown. Wildcats with their 4th touchdown of the first quarter and the game, taking the score to 28-7, and that play is just open for them. It's working.
That play's working fantastic. Just that short pass, just right over the heads of our old line. Impressive getting it, threading that needle.
They're just going to keep using that. I mean, as of right now, the Blaze have zero answer for that.
No answers for our offense today for sure. This kick a little short, but looks like it got through.
Just enough to get through, taking the score 29-7 with 1:30 to go for this first quarter. I mean, we've said this already. The Wildcats are scoring like crazy so far this game.
I feel like this game, I might sound like a vinyl record. It just seems like there are no stops coming from the Blaze today. Looks like our Wildcats are very poised, very confident, and their game plan is working to a T.
Absolutely. Yeah, we were a little deceived with that first drive after the Wildcats had no answer for the Blaze defense and were unable to convert a first down, but they figured things out quickly and have run up the score early, and we'll see what the Blaze can do to try and keep this a game, but I gotta say it is escaping from them a little early.
It's running away from them. If I'm the Blaze here, I'm dropping back. I'm bringing in my linebackers looking for that run. I'm going to have to spread out just a little bit here because there's so much field to coverage. If you have our wide receivers getting behind the cornerbacks, the Wildcats will just keep throwing it. If they drop too far back, we have multiple weapons on the running game to just run it straight through their D-line.
That's very true. Lexi Ronning with another touchdown there on that last drive. I mean, that connection again with Gates is proving to be incredibly efficient for the Wildcats so far today and so far this season. It's been awesome. Wildcats line up for another kickoff this quarter. I mean, I'm just a little perplexed by that. She gets ready to launch it. And another good kick. This time, Blaze are able to receive it, but fumbled. Picks it back up. trying to make some moves, trying to make something happen after that mishap there with the ball, but not able to take it too far as they get stopped about the 26-yard line.
She looks like she just took her eyes off that ball just a little too early, thought that it was already there, started taking that first step, and then she kind of started bobbling it. You gotta make sure you look at the ball, you see it in your hands, grip it tightly, and then start that run. It seems like it's a waste of time, but I guarantee you, you will never drop a ball.
Yep, just got a little too eager with the ball there, wanting to get another 80-yard return there off the kickoff, but not so fortunate this time around. Blaze take the snap on first down at the 26-yard line. Hand off to the backfield, and a tackle for loss as the Wildcats read that play exactly, just like a book. I mean,
our D-line are absolutely obliterating. They seem to have no answers for our defensive tackles today. Just breaking through, getting in that back line, and starting to get some tackles for losses. Something that the Blazes cannot afford today. They need to stay on top of it. Their O-line needs to block them out.
And there was a penalty on that play that we missed. Refs are discussing that now. And it was a penalty on the defense there. Offsides is the call. And that tackle for loss will have to come back, unfortunately.
But definitely still in the minds of the Blazes and our Wildcats, still having that confidence to go through. That won't diminish. The penalty is quite unfortunate, but not something that our Wildcats can't afford today.
Right. It's 1st and 5 here as the quarter is coming to a close. Blaze will take the snap, the handoff up the middle once again. Gets a couple yards after dodging that first tackle, but ultimately held short. They got much of a gain, if any. We go to 2nd down here. They may just let the clock run to end the quarter, I'm not sure.
Let's go defense.
It looks like the quarter will come to an end here. And the Blaze will try and regroup here to start the 2nd quarter. After a tough first quarter, Wildcats 29, Blaze 7.
I can imagine some very different conversations going on both sides. The Blazes needing to work through these issues, needing to get our O-line, to start getting these defensive tackles out of their zone. Our Wildcats going to be talking about maybe implementing more passing for Laura Gates as she's throwing absolute dimes today.
If you are Wildcats head coach Sean Gates, which is Laura Gates' father, I think it's awesome. What are you saying to your team right now? You know, you come off a really great first quarter there. Couple mishaps, especially on that special teams play where we allow the Blaze to come all the way across the field and eventually score. What are your highlights as a head coach there?
Honestly, if I'm the head coach, I'm not even mentioning these little mistakes. They're not costing us anything with the game. They've cost us 5 yards. We let a touchdown. It doesn't matter. We've responded with many more to come. If I'm Sean Gates, I'm letting my team know they're doing a fantastic job. They're getting their blocks in. They're getting through the O-line on the defensive side. They're tackling early. They're not letting the run get hot. They're doing an absolute fantastic job.
Get it just right. I think that's something, those types of mishaps, you know, special teams play and whatnot, is something you talk about in practice, not something you really emphasize here in the game. It happens. But the Blaze start the 2nd quarter with a great play off of first down, and they'll take it all the way to the 45 for a first down.
A little bit of trickery from the Blaze, liking what I'm seeing. There was a little bit of a fake in the backfield. They faked him out. The Wildcats bid on it, and then they went the other way. Fantastic run play.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I was a little lost there on that handoff. That was really good trickery. and they'll certainly take that first down. They line up for another first down here, just short of midfield. And a late handoff there. She eats the first tackle, but is eventually taken down for a short gain of about 2 or 3. Good response for the Wildcats, I suppose. What are your thoughts on those kind of later handoffs that they've just shown twice in a row now?
It seems like they're trying to ruin the flow of our defense, trying to get those pauses, making us hesitate, but it seems like that's not working. Our Wildcats are very poised, and they know what's going on. They're not biting anymore.
Quarterback number 17 takes the snap, and they've got another decent run up the middle. Not going to be good for the first down, and they'll have a third down to go. And we've got another player slow to get up. Looks like she'll be all right, though.
3rd and short. Interested to see what our Blazes do here. Are they going to go for it? Are they going to punt it? If I'm them here, I might still punt it. I might be behind points, but it's only the first half, and it's only the second quarter with 13 minutes to go. We still have time to gain ourselves. I just feel like if they don't get this 3rd down into a first down, it might start to make the Blazes double think.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see what the play call is. They've shown a lot of runs right up the middle. I'm guessing that's what we're going to see once again. And they might have gotten the first down. It's awful close.
Blazers are pointing for the first down.
And looks like they did get it. Yep, they got it.
Big play there for the Blazes, gaining that confidence. The run game is starting to work, starting to get more than just 2 or 3 yards, starting to gain 8, starting to gain 5.
They're just using that absolute brute force right up the middle 3 times in a row on that set of runs, and enough to get the first down. That's 2 first downs for them so far on this drive, which they will certainly take.
Seems like whatever the Blazes talked about is working. Handing it off again under center. Our Wildcats absolutely swarming the Blazes running back, breaking through that O-line. Wildcats stating, we are not going anywhere.
You wonder if that was going to happen. I mean, there's only so many runs right up the middle that they can do before the Wildcats start to catch on, start to prevent those holes in the line to be made, and a good stop for a huge loss, actually, of 4 yards. They're going to have 2nd and 14 to go.
Got a lot of yardage here. Only I'm seeing averaging about 5 yards per carry. Can get it there, but it's not that consistent. I would love to see some aerial combat coming from the Blaze, starting to get some confidence elsewhere. Because if you just keep running it, our Wildcats will catch on, and they will punish them for it.
We'll see if the Blaze look to find the sky again at all with their passing play, as they still only have the 1 attempt that was returned pick 6. And we're taking a timeout here.
Blazes having a timeout early into the second quarter. Nothing wrong with that. Interested to see on what they're going to do here. I thought their momentum was going great. Plays in. Curious to see what they're plan for them.
Yeah, they're going to want to definitely come up with a good play here to respond to that 4-yard loss, as they've got 2nd and long. We'll see if quarterback Adrian Tausi will hit the skies or not. They still have only got that 1 throwing play so far.
You know, Mason, if I'm a Wildcat, I'm looking for these trick plays. A timeout, the play right after, I'm expecting something. I might be hesitant. The Blazers might be playing on that, but I'm still going to be a little extra careful on biting on some of these runs, on biting onto who has the ball.
Absolutely. With the huge yardage to go here, the Wildcats can take this play a little conservatively. Referee's signaling for something there. Not sure what's going on there, but we're good to resume. And the Blaze will take the snap. Tauisi. Hands off. Nope. Play action. Throwing play, but a great block there by the Wildcats. Archuleta with the block, able to break up the pass.
Absolutely amazing play again from Archuleta. You just look at her. She has her eyes on the QB. At the same time, another eye is on that wide receiver. She sees the wide receiver start to get her hands ready. She turns her head. She sees the ball in the air, and she knocks it down. An absolutely beautiful play from our cornerback.
Yeah, that was Victoria Archuleta with a great pass block there. She just got her hand right up into it. Quarterback threw it a little short as Archuleta did undercut her, kind of expecting that shorter throw, and it worked out really well for the Wildcats. 3rd and 14 for the Blaze. Another play action. Wildcats are back there. Missed the tackle twice, but eventually get it as Toisi was able to get it back up to the original start there, I believe. And we go to 4th down and long. I think the Blaze have to punt here. I think at this point you want to keep scoring low. I think going for it would be absurd. I'm going to be honest.
I don't see a world that they're going for this. If I see an O-line out there, I will be absolutely shocked. Looks like they got their puncher back there. Looks like they're going to hand it off the lower gates.
I mean, the Wildcats did miss a couple tackles on that play. It could have been a huge loss, but we're still able to make a good play as the kick goes. Oh no, Wildcats fumbled, but it looks like she was able to recover as the ball just fumbled right in her hands.
Lower Gates lucky to get that one. There was a Blaze right next to her there that could have pounced on it too. Looks like she got the jump on him this time.
Yep. Able to react quickly to that brief little mishap, but Wildcats will start it, I think, about furthest back that they have so far in this game at their own 29-yard line.
I'm excited to see what we're about to get here from our Wildcats. A lot of fun plays to watch, a lot of fun plays to see.
Yeah, the Blaze had their longest drive of the game so far, just barely taking up a good 6 minutes of the quarter or so, but eventually were forced to punt. Sam Gordon with a run up the middle for a short gain. The Wildcats definitely do have weapons that can make an impact in those runs right up the middle, but watching Sam Gordon so far this season, she's definitely thrived on those outside runs, those pitches where she's able to gain speed and eventually use her athleticism to get away. But Lampright with a great run as she runs towards the outside of the field there, and she'll get the first down and a couple yards to go from that one.
First down.
Wildcats run up the middle again, and they're just short of the first down on that play. Great 8-yard gain or so there. They're finding the plays there on the ground now, and I think once both ground and air is active, I think there's just no coming back for this game for the Blaze. Fake quarterback keeper. Sam Gordon to the house. She's going to do it all the way. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely amazing play. Quite the unstoppable running back. And she continues to let them know, I will not stop running. You will not stop me.
Oh no, we might have a flag here on the play. That's going to take this one to the back, and you can see what that means to Sam Gordon. She's a little bummed out by that one for sure. Oh, tough.
Looks like maybe an illegal formation from our Wildcats. Hate to see it. hate to see such a big play come all the way back. Hopefully that doesn't get into the minds of our Wildcats. They keep playing with this poise and that confidence.
I don't think that will. I think that they're going to answer with one of those right again here in no time. Sam Gordon with a great run.
I would love to see our running back absolutely just do the same thing again and again.
Great trickery to start, but looks like that formation was not quite right. I didn't see who was out of formation there, but that's going to cost them as they go back to 2nd and 7, back at their own 40. That's quite a big difference that penalty makes there. Gates takes the snap back. He's got time, airs down the middle, just a little too far.
Quite the unstoppable force today. Our Wildcats so far this season have scored 163 points so far, and just adding on. They could take the first lead spot after this game. Excited to see where we land up in the playoffs as they come up.
Gates takes the snap, but is under pressure and eventually would be sacked as she runs into her own player.
Great job juking out those first two. Just didn't quite see our left tackle, it looks like.
Looks like she was a little ruffled on that play. Should be good to go, and they may try and go for this 4th and 11. Not opting to punt as it looks so far.
Going for this play is shocking to me with the lead that we have.
We have seen Laura Gates punted a couple times, I believe. But it looks like they're actually going to try and make something out of this play. Oop, nope.
Getting rid of it high in the air.
Get rid of it. Punt's not going too far. Good bounce for him. Yard line.
We're going to have to see some stepping up from our Wildcat defense today. We're going to have to see them not let them gain a lot of yards like they did last time. It does scare me. Do they gain that confidence back? Will they start replying?
Looks like towards the end of that play, there was a little bit of some shoving between a Wildcats and a Blaze player.
There's one thing about our Wildcats, Mason. We are passionate. Do not mess with us.
Absolutely. Tensions are definitely starting to rise here.
From our girls, some bickering and some shoving is always expected, for we are such a physical team. I love to see it. The absolute passion for this game. No matter if they're winning, no matter if they're losing, we are here for it.
Absolutely. I do think one thing I take away from them every time, though, is I think they leave that all on the field. As soon as the game's over, like you said, win, loss, whatever it is, the girls are tremendous at just making the game, fun and good sportsmanship after and stuff. Able to strip it. Sam Gordon
going down the lane.
She's going to take it all the way. There you go.
Grabbed the touchdown. Sam Gordon getting her play back.
There it is. Wow, she'll probably be even more excited about that play as the forced fumble and takes it to the house. What a play.
I don't even think it was a fumble. It looked like Sam went in there, grabbed the ball, and they started running. It was impressive. I haven't seen anything like it this season yet. A great defensive play for our Wildcats.
What a forced turnover, and the Wildcats score another touchdown, taking the lead 35-7 with 5:50 to go here in the second quarter.
There's that aggression, saying, I don't care if you're holding the ball, I'm gonna take it. It's mine. It's the Wildcats. We are here for it. I am so glad to be here watching this game today. It has just been a phenomenal play after play for our Wildcats.
Ain't that right? They'll line up for another kickoff here for the PAT.
Let me get a little bit more air than this last time. Gets it right down the middle. You love to see it.
Wildcats 36-7 with another PAT successful. They have not missed one of those so far tonight. They'll be stoked with that.
Mason, I don't see the Wildcats stopping here.
No.
I think they're going to keep going. I think no matter what, our Wildcats will continue to score unless the Blazes somehow respond to it. I don't see a way that the Wildcats lose this game.
Well, dare
I say it?
No.
Early on.
You are spot on. That's their second touchdown scored by the defense, and I think that just shows the versatility of this team. They can score passing, they can score rushing, they can score on defense. They are hungry for that touchdown.
It's nothing like a good TD to just cherry on top for your Saturday night. Big season here. This is the Wildcats' 12th season playing today. Oh, sorry, correction. The franchise's 12th season. This is the women's second season.
Yeah, the Wildcats played last season in the second division and were promoted after pro division. This is their debut season in that pro division, and I think they've shown that this is exactly where they should be.
This is exactly where they should be, but maybe even more. They seem unstoppable. They went undefeated last season. They might go undefeated again.
It will be really interesting to see them up against some of the other top teams in the WFA Pro. Kickoff, another decent return for the Blaze as she's held. Wow, great follow through with that tackle. I believe that is Brielle Lampright with another tackle on the night. And just sticks with it. I mean, you can't ask for more on that play.
Lambright just seems to be everywhere when it comes to defense or special teams. She's in the pocket, she's in the backfield, taking down the QB, taking down the running backs, and making sure her eyes are on the wide receivers.
The Wildcats are one of 4 undefeated teams so far in the pro division. We've got the Minnesota Vixen over in the American Conference Central Region with 4-0. Wildcats at this point, I think it's safe to say, will probably go 4-0 after tonight. The Cali War in the same division as the Wildcats in the West region are also undefeated at 2-0 so far in the season. And lastly, we have the Pittsburgh Passion over in the National Conference East region at 2-0 as well. So a lot of top talents, lots to play for as we get further into the season and closer to the playoffs. The Mile High Blaze so far have not had the season that they would be hoping for. They go 1-2, and at this rate, looking to take their third loss in a row after a first win to start the season against the Thundercats. And a tackle for loss there, 2nd and 15 for the Blaze. 5 minutes to go in the first half, excuse me. Blaze take the snap, but pressure early, and she's taken down, but there is a big penalty on the play.
I wasn't able to see what it was, but it looked like as the tackle was going down, the flag was thrown, so it was in the backfield.
Certainly. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what the refs have to say for that play. Holding on the offense there. And now we've got 3rd and 20 to go. The Wildcats elected not to take the penalty, instead take the tackle for loss and force a 3rd and massive 3rd and 20 here.
3rd and 20 here, you just feel like they have to throw it here. They have to go deep. They need to start responding. They need to start putting some points on the board, starting to gain some confidence in those passing plays.
One of the first times Blaze quarterback is lined up in the back, and she's found a completion there. Good enough for the first down on the massive play for a 27-yard completion.
There's that response we've been looking for. They dropped back. They're starting to gain confidence, especially with such a huge play. 3rd and long and getting a first down. You look at the wide receiver. Her eyes were on the ball as soon as it went into the air. She She had her hands out. She watched it enter, and then she grabbed. You see that they did everything right that play. Can they do it again?
That's a great throw by Tawisi. Finds it right in the hands because Wildcat defender was right in her face. You know, there was not much separation there. That throw needed to be perfect, and it was right in the hands of the Blaze wide receiver. And they'll go back to the run game for a handoff. Good for a couple more yards. They would love to get another touchdown, another score to before the end of the half. That would really help their motivation going into the second half, I think.
It would help their motivation, but it would help change their game plan to where they don't have to start taking these risky plays. They can start punting on 3rd and short. They can start making these little safer calls if they can shorten the gap between the scores.
They line up here, 2nd and 9. Looks like that short gain was only good for a yard. Tawisi in the backfield.
In shotgun.
Takes the snap. Throwing short. Looks like there was a little miscommunication there with the wide receiver. She wasn't quite ready, wasn't quite looking for that pass just yet.
I don't know if it was quite ready or miscommunication. It just looked like the ball was thrown behind the wide receiver. She didn't take that initial step forward to get it in front of her receiver as she runs across. She put it behind her. Her wide receiver very visibly upset as she wants these big plays.
I think it's honestly kind of fortunate, or maybe it was calculated to put it behind her, as there was 2 Wildcats linebackers right there in the middle of the field ready to pick that play off. That's a dangerous throw right in the middle there.
Looked like it did go straight down, so it may have been on purpose to prevent a pick, to prevent her wide receiver from getting hurt.
And a late handoff here. Number 9 looking for the stiff arm, but Sam Gordon with a great tackle. Follows that one through.
You love seeing Sam out there as linebacker. She's not the strongest, she's not the tallest, she's not the biggest, but she is one of the fiercest. She'll stay latched onto you. She'll keep driving her legs down deep into the ground and pushing you down until another teammate, or she will bring you down.
That's right. And the thing is, too, even if she isn't able to make that complete tackle by herself, to delay the running back take to speed there, I mean, that's just huge. Other Wildcat defenders there to help if needed, but not this time. As we head to the 2-minute warning on a 4th and 8 for the Blaze, they'll try and conjure up a good play here, get the first down, and keep the ball for the remainder of the first half.
You got 2 minutes left. The Blazes not so far taking up a lot of time trying to get down the field. Seems like they almost get stuck in between the 40 and 30 yard line. It'll be interesting to see if they can finally enter the red zone. For the offense have not yet scored the touchdown. That touchdown being a special teams kick return.
Timeout comes to an end. Blaze come out for what they hope is not their last play of the first half. Tawisi in shotgun again. Throws it to that same player, but this throw is not going to be good enough. Oh, but we do have the penalty. It's
Looks
a PI.
like some pass interference. I don't know if I saw too much of some roughing. Maybe the refs trying to give a bone out to the Blazes. Kind of just saw some light touching, some light holding. Nothing to disrupt that pass, but you cannot put your hands on the wide receiver when the ball is in the air. You can see where the refs were coming from. You just can't do that.
Looks like Blaze wide receiver Alicia Archuleta was the one interfered with there. She was just tripped up right at the end of the play. I don't think she's getting to that ball. I think that ball is not quite what the quarterback wanted or not quite what the receiver wanted. Either way, I think that's an interesting call, but a costly one for the Wildcats as they were hoping to take the ball back and probably take it to the half.
Blazes having that ray of sunlight getting closer and closer with that PI to the red zone. Maybe we'll see a touchdown.
They line up here on the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 with 1:30 in the first half. Running play, she's tripped up and taken down, not able to get far.
Looks like our defensive end getting there this time. Just pushing that tackle off her, wrapping the running back up, and taking her down for a short loss.
Have a timeout there by the Blaze, trying to lay the clock and try and make something happen. And again, they're going to look for another good play to extend this drive and hopefully again end with a score here.
You know, Mason, if I'm the Blaze here, I'm going to keep running it just a little bit longer. I still have 1 minute and 12 left. I'm on, it looks like the 26 yard line, it looks like. I'm going to keep running it. I'm going to get a little bit closer as much as I can, and then I'm going to let it fly. I'm going to pass it into the touchdown. I'm going to get it there quick.
The Blaze, I believe, have 1 timeout remaining. They're going to have to use that smart if they are going to keep on the ground. Might have used all 3 actually in this first half, which if that's the case, then they really are going to need to use that throwing game. That or find the edge of the field and get out of bounds.
Hopefully they have that 3rd timeout, because that would be an absolute helping hand to the Blazes here, being able to stop the clock here, to be able to regroup right before they score.
Tawisi lines up, takes the snap. She's got an open player, and that player's going to take it in for a touchdown for the Blaze.
Responding with an absolute attack. I love it. They didn't run. They ended up going for a big pass play. I don't know if our Wildcats was expecting that, leaving the backfield open.
And that's going to be good for the touchdown. Blaze number 1, Melanie Archuleta with the touchdown, it looks like. And what a great way for them to end this first half. They'll be really stoked with that. And honestly, a great passing play. I mean, the defender was completely beat there.
Wildcats starting with the ball in the first half means that the Blazes will get it back after scoring a touchdown. They're going to be able to use that momentum, use these big plays on their last drive, having 2 great passing plays, one helping them out of a 3rd and long, and one scoring them that touchdown. You love to see it. They're starting to respond back, starting to gain that confidence, and starting to look more poised.
Yeah, I think they've finally been able to get over that first passing play that turned into a disaster of a pick 6 for them. And they were able to use that pretty well on that drive to score the touchdown. Blaze now 14, Wildcats 36 after the PAT was good.
If you look at it, I believe they're throwing away from Gates. They're trying to keep it away from her, trying to find those one-on-ones, trying to find to where the safety's not there. It'll be interesting to see if in the second half we may drop a safety back. We may have a cover 2.
This is the most points the Wildcats have allowed all season so far in a single game. They've only allowed 1 other touchdown so far, and that was last week on the road in Colorado against the Thundercats. Kickoff here for the Blaze after that scoring drive. Both Gates and Ronning in the back ready for the reception. Looks like it's going to go towards Ronning, wide receiver, who already has 2 touchdowns on the night. She's going to get a decent block there and get up past the 40-yard line before she goes out of bounds. Wildcats with a decent field position to start this drive. They might be able to score before the end of the first half.
Wildcats, I believe in having all 3 timeouts. They have a lot of time with those timeouts, being able to stop the clock if they get tackled in the field. They're going to be looking to get out on the sidelines to try and save those timeouts for later towards the red zone. It'll be interesting to see, are we going big or are we staying on the ground?
Wildcats lining up in their traditional 2 backs in the backfield. Gates finding Ronning once again. She's had a monster of a night so far with another reception. Maybe got the first down. Looks like good enough for the first down. Just good for a 10-yard gain there.
You're seeing those short passes out towards the sideline. Out to stop that clock, to save those timeouts. They're going to be crucial with only 52 seconds to go. Mason, like, if you're Sean here, are you going big or are you staying on the ground? Are you going to eat away a little bit?
I think with how confident their passing game has looked so far this game, I think you stick with that. I think they've just shown just barely in that last play that the short passes are there, but they've also found some good long passes as well. Gates can't find her first look, looks across field, and it's not going to be completed. A good breakup by the Blaze there, forcing second down, but only bleeding about 10 seconds with 47 to go. They'll take that, I think. I think that's exactly why you stay in the air.
You stay in the air, you're allowing that clock to stop. It looks like that wide receiver maybe saved Gates. Looking like that pass was behind, almost right to the Blaze defender. Kind of knocking that away was definitely the right call.
Yeah, you could see Gates. He was definitely looking for Ronning again, who again they've connected really well so far tonight, but she was pretty well defended, and so had to find a different option. And find Sam Gordon out on the wide. She's gonna get out of bounds, but there is multiple penalty flags on the play. I'm wondering if we have some lineup issues there with another illegal formation.
You saw them struggling. You saw them trying to get set. You saw Laura Gates getting frustrated, trying to move her. There was a little bit of miscommunication. It still couldn't get it there. After snapping the ball, there was that illegal formation, making that run come all the way back.
Yeah, the Wildcats lose 5 yards for 2nd and 15, 40 seconds to go, rather than gaining about 6 or 7 yards there.
Wildcats gonna start having to take out some big plays from their playbook, trying to get it down the field, being behind the 50-yard line.
Running out to the width. What a great catch. And that's going to be good for the first down. And I think the Wildcats will call a timeout to preserve the clock. It looks like they do. And just a great play, just exactly what they needed. Good for the first down as they creep further into Blaze territory.
Love to see it. Her favorite target looks like to be Ronings this season, as she is the leading wide receiver on the Wildcats. It'll be interesting to see, are the Blazes going to look more towards Ronning? Is Gates going to have to look towards our other wide receiver, Art Archuleta? Are they going to keep tossing it to our tight end? I'm Sean here. I feel like I'm going for it. I have the confidence. I know my team has the confidence. They may have just scored a touchdown, but we can definitely score one back. Still being the first half could potentially end with over 40 points. Would be huge for our Wildcats.
Yeah, like you mentioned, the Blaze will receive the ball to start the second half, so it would be really crucial for the Wildcats to get another score and remind them that they've taken care of business this first half. This game is basically put away. Gates drops back. She's got decent time. She's going to take it herself, though. And able to get about a 4-yard gain. Ran into a couple players, and looks like we may have a couple injuries on that play.
The Blaze is on the ground. You hate to see it. Looks like our trainers and coaching staff going out towards her, making sure she's all right.
Wildcats doing really well there to give Gates some time. She's not finding any options, so that dual threat shows as she takes it on the ground. This time not able to get too far, but far enough, setting up a 2nd and 6 here.
You saw Laura Gates make that decision to run. Couldn't find a target, so she went ahead and took the initiative. Not a big gain, but a decent gain. About 4 yards.
Blaze player number 46, who was slow to get up, looks like she's able to get up and she'll be okay. Gates finding Ronning, but it's going to be a little short of the first down, and they'll have a 3rd and short. And not a lot of time, 14 seconds. They're going to probably need to go for the end zone here. If not, they'll need a quick play and get outside and then go for the end zone after that.
It'll be a little tricky to get into the end zone. Very interested to see how our Wildcats will perform with this pressure on them. Pressure that is not usually on them to score.
Yeah. They do still have the 30-point lead, I guess.
Not much difference. Absolutely dominant this first half. I don't see a world on where, on when they're gonna stop. It looks like they're gonna keep going. They're making those big plays. Laura Gates is stepping up. The defense absolutely shiny today.
That's correct. Wildcats getting excited for this play.
I hear the stands erupting in the back pocket across, just right through the hands of Archuleta. It was just right there, but just couldn't reel it in.
Quite the bullet pass there, and a tough one to catch. But the incompleted pass does allow them to try one more play with 10 seconds to go. 4th and 2 on the 28-yard line.
10 seconds to go. I have 36 points. The other team has 14. I'm going to have some fun with it. I'm going to send it down the field. I'm going to go for that touchdown. I'm going to line up all of my wide receivers. I'm going to make sure that they know that I'm a threat.
We've got 4 receivers lined up. And a catch right down the middle. It should be
down.
good for a touchdown. It is.
Big touchdown for our Wildcats with 10 seconds left, letting them know we can score whenever we want.
What a play. They lined up with 4 receivers, and it paid off. Those receivers looked deadly, eventually finding right down the middle. And what a pass.
What a pass right down the middle. It was a great bullet, just straight into the hands, turned and ran right in the middle of the field. No defenders around her, just behind.
And that's going to be Ronning with another reception and another touchdown on the night.
Ronning absolutely on fire tonight. You might think that there might be more eyes on her, but it seems like she keeps getting lost in the field for the Blazes. They keep losing her. She keeps getting these receptions, these wide open looks, and she's now starting to punish them with the touchdowns.
The Wildcats' PAT is good, but there is a penalty on the play. And they're going to cancel that penalty. The kick is good, 43-14, 2 seconds to go.
Kick is good, 43-14, Wildcats.
Wildcats still have to be attentive here, for the Blazes do have that big special team score. They could respond again. They've had multiple big returns. It'll be interesting to see if our Wildcats can keep them here, keep them away. Don't let them score just one more time.
Yeah, you certainly do not want to give up a huge kick return again to end this half. It'll be interesting to see if they go for a squib or something like that.
It'll be very interesting to see. I can't see our Wildcats onside kicking. We're just way too far up. I can't see the squib. I'm just saying punt it down the field. Get it away from the red zone as much as possible.
I'll tell you what, if they go for an onside kick right here, I'll give you $20.
Hey, I wish I could take that, but when our Wildcats are up 43-14, I think that's just easy money in your pocket, Mason.
Yeah, with 2 seconds to go, that would be quite the shocking choice of play, I'm going to be honest.
Quite the shock indeed.
Kicks have looked really good for the Wildcats so far this season and so far today, as we look to boom this one down the field once again. And it is going to be a squib of sorts.
Looks like maybe I should have taken that onside kick. $20 would have made myself some money today. Looks like that may have looked like an onside kick. I don't know if that was a squib.
I think it was a squib. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt there.
I'm going to give her the onside kick. I think she was trying to stall out the clock. Let them pick it up.
Yep.
Let that clock run and then instantly get there.
Yeah, it looks like number 46 on the Blaze was able to take that. As we head to the halftime Wildcats 43, Blaze 14. What an exciting first half.
What an exciting first half. Like we said in the very beginning, this is going to be a...
This group right here, all around, is football. We're all football players. Y'all are football players, okay?
Down. Tanciano's going to go straight ahead. Got a receiver caught. Touchdown. They're back by him. What a catch. Houdiniacs. Sideline. She breaks another tackle. They've got one for
And as we can see, the future of technology is with us. You might be thinking, Doc, this is truly amazing. And we got.
Hey, is the projector ready? Come on, time for a team meeting.
You know the moments, the feeling in your feet, the rhythm of ambition, that extra, that aha, that sight.
That's something.
The click, the shift, the boom, and you're there. The mess becomes a map, and you call it art, or science, or code, because now you know the way forward. For all the moments that drive you, there's edX. Fuel your ambition with thousands of job-relevant courses and programs at edX.org.
To her left, has time, throws on the run to the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. Pittsburgh TD.
The athletes, they're the backbone of this whole league, and they're just amazing people. They've got amazing stories.
Barrett in the pattern, they're looking for her. Able to bring that one in, Brianna Barrett. My goodness.
I never thought I'd be here. I feel like the best things in life are things that come to you unexpected. So it's been a great journey for me.
I know this is where I'm supposed to be.
Caught touchdown, Jada Meister.
Essentially, it's true of breaking barriers, right?
She could go all the way, and she does. Touchdown.
We're shattering the glass ceiling.
Great pass up in the air. Touchdown.
All of the women role models that we look up to are all women who did things that were not expected.
They realize they're pioneers. They realize that the trail that they leave is going to be a path that a young girl can follow.
It gives you hope. They believe in themselves, I believe in them, and Franco believes in all of us, so it just goes with the territory.
One team!
Welcome to the Road to Canton Halftime Show. I'm Brian Sweeney, the voice of the Women's Football Alliance Pro Division National Championship game. It's week 5, and the 2026 season is half over. Alex is back in studio to let us know what is the biggest surprise so far this year.
The biggest surprise for me is 2 teams. 1, Pittsburgh, 2, Minnesota. We knew they would be good, but I don't think anybody expected them to be this good in this part of the regular season. The offenses have been dominant. The defenses have been stellar. The offensive lines have won the battle in the trenches very, very easily. Both of those, to me, is the biggest surprise. I also think on a negative side, St. Louis hasn't really lived up to the potential that I expected out of them. A lot of season to go, but still something I want to see more of is the St. Louis Slam return back to their form.
7 Pro Division teams played across 5 games last weekend. The Salt Lake City Wildcats have now won 12 in a row across the last 2 seasons as they took care of business over the Rocky Mountain Thundercats of Division II by a score of 53-6. Next week, May 30th, the Wildcats will take on the 2-0 Cali War for the first of 2 meetings this season. The Wildcats continue to show us this year that they belong in the Pro Division. The 6 points put up by the Thundercats last weekend are the only points that the Salt Lake City Wildcats have allowed so far since joining the Pro Division.
Well, and it's impressive to see how good that jump has gone. We knew this was a deep team. We knew this was a team that is young yet experienced, and it's a rare combination to have. But for them to continue to do this in the early part of their schedule, it's impressive. Now, regardless of what happens today against Mile High, you have 2 games against Cali. You're probably getting another one against Minnesota at some point as well. Those are going to be the tests for them. But right now, the Wildcats are proving not only do they belong, but they're a team to look for heading back to Canton, Ohio in a Pro Division championship game.
The Cincinnati Cougars picked up their 2nd win of the season in a game that was shortened due to bad weather in the area over the Music City Misfits of Division II. At the end of the first quarter, the Cougars were up 14-0 after Lauren Carter's pick 6. The Storms rolled in at the half and the game was called. The Cougars will play their 3rd and final home game of the season next weekend, May 30th, when they welcome the 2-1 DC Divas. Alex, no one likes to see a game end early, but ultimately the fan and player safety is what comes first.
Well, it's still a good win for Cincinnati and the Queen City, where the Music City Misfits are a good team at Division II if they can put it together and continue to challenge at the Division II level. But Cincinnati continues to sneakily get the wins. They're not winning by a big margin. They're not winning by a massive margin, but they are getting those wins. And I think for voluntarily moving from Division II to Pro, they're showing that once again they belong. And the results maybe aren't necessarily all wins or dominant wins, but they are still winning football games. And they prove that they belong at the pro level, and I'm curious to see how they do coming up here.
The Minnesota Vixen continue to have the most dangerous offense in the Pro Division, as their total points scored this season has now reached 200. Last weekend, it was the Dallas Elite Mustangs' turn to see firsthand what Aaron Kelly, Ray Jefferson, and Candace Bostic, along with the rest of the Vixen, can do, as Dallas took the 58-0 loss. Next weekend, May 30th, the 2-1 St. Louis Slam look to avenge their Week 1 loss as they travel to play the Vixen in St. Paul. 7 different Vixen players found the end zone last weekend against Dallas, and through 4 games, they are only allowing an average of a little over 8 points per game. Coach Connor Joe has this team ready to make a deep run in the playoffs.
And think about the points that they've allowed too. 2 of those touchdown scores have been pick 6s by the other team. So when you look at Minnesota, yeah, the schedule and the strength of it isn't necessarily where they want it to be. But I said on our broadcast on Saturday, I said that this was a do-your-job kind of game. And Minnesota, to their credit, has done their job. They've won football games they've had to. They've won by 40 points to appease the Massey ratings, and they're winning the games against their rivals in St. Louis. They have another test next week against the Slam that I think isn't going to be as easy as on paper it is intended to be. But Minnesota, you look at what the Vixen are doing, what's not to like? All 3 areas of the game are going well. The offensive and defensive lines are really shining strong here. It's tough not to like Minnesota moving on into the postseason.
In the first of 2 Pro versus Pro Division games last weekend, the St. Louis Slam took their game on the road to play the Houston Energy. For both teams, it was a chance to get above 500, as they both had a victory but also a loss to Minnesota in the American Conference Central region. At the end of the game, it was the Slam who picked up their 2nd win of the season. Final score 21-6. Houston will welcome the 2-1 Dallas Elite Mustangs on May 30th, and St. Louis will travel for a rematch with their Week 1 opponent, the 4-0 Minnesota Vixen. This game was shown on the On Clutch network, and unfortunately, due to technical issues, much of the game could not be streamed. Luckily, St. Louis Slam legend Taylor Hay was there, and she streamed most of the game for the fans from the sideline.
Well, and she's a legend on and off the field now in her career and now after it here for us as well. The thing that you notice about St. Louis, and it's tough to pinpoint one specific thing, again, they're picking up wins, but they're not picking up wins in the dominating fashion that we're used to seeing from them. Here's a stat for you. We're recording this on Monday. Jamie Gall's stats when I last looked, 25 of 50 in her passing completion percentage. Remember that game against Minnesota? She had, I think it was 9 of 25 in that game against the Vixen to start the year. So she's not really throwing at the level she's capable of. I think for St. Louis, the wins are coming. Yes, that's great. But you're going to have to face off against the Minnesota again. You're going to do that next week. You're also going to have to do that against Cali maybe, against Salt Lake maybe, and their competition's going to get higher. I'm nervous about St. Louis, but I still think they have a lot of potential to prove us wrong here again.
The final game last weekend was the DC Divas at the Tampa Bay Inferno. Tampa jumped out in front early in this game, but late in the fourth quarter, the game was knotted at 20. The Divas fought hard on their final possession and managed to get the 26-20 win. DC will take their game on the road next weekend, May 30th, to Cincinnati to battle the 2-1 Cougars. Tampa is also on the road next week when they face the 2-0 Pittsburgh Passion. These teams met in week 2, with the Passion coming away with the win. Alex, these two teams are going to meet again in the final week of the regular season, with playoff seeding definitely on the line.
Well, and it's a good credit to how good Tampa has developed. I talked about earlier on in the season when they were having good matchups with Pittsburgh. Didn't have it this time, but Tampa's hanging around teams. Don't overlook the Tampa Bay Inferno here. They're close, they're competitive, and they're pulling teams closer to them as time goes on. Love to see that Tampa finally finding their footing as they're going through here. For DC, it's another gutsy win by Amanda Congialdi. She continues to deliver in clutch time. Yeah, there was a walk-off field goal against Pittsburgh. That's going to happen. There's not anything you can do about that as a quarterback. But she continues to find ways to win. She's got an exciting receiving core around her, and the defense can get the stops in big time when they need to. It's a playoff-tested, road-tested team that is going to look good going into a National Conference postseason picture that's very, very full.
Alex, after the first 4 weeks, you and I are separated by only 2 points with our weekly picks. So let's dive right in to the Week 5 matchups. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati.
Pittsburgh coming off of a bye against a Cincinnati team that played a shortened game against Music City. Give me Pittsburgh.
Mile High at Salt Lake.
It's a tough road test for Mile High. The altitude won't be a problem. They play at it anyway, but Salt Lake is going to win this running away.
And Cali at Nevada.
It's tough because Jesse Felker doesn't have time to throw the football. And with a good defensive line like the Cali War has, that's not going to change today. It's the war in a route.
Have a safe Memorial Day on Monday, and don't forget the reason for that day. Enjoy the second half of tonight's game, and we'll see you next week on the road to Canton.
You know the moments, the feeling in your feet, the rhythm of ambition, that extra, that aha, that sight.
That's something.
The click, the shift, the boom, and you're there. The mess becomes a map, and you call it art, or science, or code, because now you know the way forward. For all the moments that drive you, there's edX. Fuel your ambition with thousands of job-relevant courses and programs at edX.org.
motivation. No.
It's just the phone.
real official stuff in here, huh?
One mic between two.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't mind it. I feel like I might be going a little quiet.
I was gonna say I
just don't know how. I don't want to be too close.
I don't want to hog the thing either.
No.
You're
not.
like I feel like I'd keep turning.
I would prefer to leave it here just because I'm coming in with only bits.
Sure. Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah. That's the kicker. Okay. Bring Devin.
Back to the next game. Start of the third quarter. Wildcats leading 43, Blaze 14.
Next time, I want you to start. That'd be so funny. That'd be so funny. Like 50 people look at it. It's 50 people use the play. It's true. That's true.
You want to give the introduction?
We.
I don't think we're live yet. What do we got?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here to kick off the second half. Wildcats 43, Blazes 14. Looks like that return was just short of the 30 on the 20-yard line.
We'll hope that the second half can match what was an amazing first half. We saw all sorts of action, offense, defense, you name it. Let's see if the second half can match such a high bar that was the first half.
I would love to see that. I would love to see that from our Wildcats.
Wouldn't ya?
To keep showing that no matter how late in the game, we are here. Even though we're winning, we are here. They're here to play. They're here to have fun, and you just love watching it.
And the Wildcats, I mean, like we said, they can do it on offense. They can do it on defense. They can do it singing. That's right. One of the Wildcat players, Nanieta Sakaria, sang the national anthem before the game. I don't think that was caught on the stream, but, I mean, and it was incredible.
It was angelic.
We were right next to it.
I was in tears. It was a beautiful voice. You know, you love to hear the anthem.
Yeah.
It really just pumps you up, especially when it's coming from your teammate. That's got to be so much motivation for the Wildcats.
Just multi-talented athletes out there, aren't they?
Multi-talented athletes. You got Gates playing QB and safety. You got Lambright and Gordon playing linebacker and running back. A lot of these girls actually playing in the girls' league here. Actually, just a few shout-outs that I would love to make to the younger teams. Our 3rd and 4th grade champions, the West Jordan Lightning. Our 5th and 6th grade champions, the Mountain Ridge Sentinels. We got our junior high champions, the Copper Hill Grizzlies. And our D2 high school champions, the Bingham Miners. And lastly, to end it off, our D1 high school champions, the Westlake Thunder. Huge congrats to all those wins for you guys.
Yeah, that's right. We honored the girls' league today, and a lot of them were able to come out into the field during halftime. Really exciting for them, and I think a really cool thing for the Wildcats to do. Their background, a lot of these players, like you mentioned, did grow up playing here in Utah in the girls' league that was established many years ago by Sam Gordon and her family. And because of that, I know a lot of these players have been playing for a while. They've been able to get familiar with the game, and I think that really shows how much the longevity of playing this game leads to success. I mean, these players have been at it for most of their lives, for some of them. And
huge pick six from Gates, it looks like, again, shutting down the aerial of the Blaze. Just loving to see it. Gates, who actually did play in the girls' league, I believe.
She did, actually, yes. And actually helped set up this Wildcats team. And I think we've seen the rewards that this team has seen so far.
Seeing the rewards, I know Gates does play flag football as well, so she was really good at recruiting some nice, good football athletes for this team.
That great turnover there for the Wildcats as they take the ball for the first time this second half. Gates with the handoff. Quick to Lampright, tricked some of the players thinking Gordon had it on the left there, and Lampright able to take it halfway to the first down. 2nd and 5, it looks like.
here to be playing football today in Salt Lake City, Utah. An absolute wonderful weather for football. I should mention these girls are going to be having a lot of fun during the second half. Starting to cool down a little bit with 74 degrees.
I think that's pretty perfect.
That is quite perfect. These girls are running around. It is nice to have that cool weather.
Sam Gordon takes off with such speed, breaking tackles.
Touchdowns to the house. You love to see the response. Oh no, a Blaze player slow to get up. She is up. That is all good. Big touchdown for our Wildcats. Sam Gordon absolutely breaking tackles.
I thought those two had her, and I was wrong. Once again.
She was down, but she runs like she's angry at the ground. She runs like her feet hate it, and you can just see how hot she is out of the gate.
Yeah, you cannot let her get to speed. Wildcats showing exactly what happens when you do. And they take the lead 49-14 before the kick. Brinley Devi with another PAT, and looks like
right through the middle.
This one's good.
This one's good, bringing us up to 50 points. With 12 minutes left of just the third quarter. Answering quickly. You love to see just the passion that the Wildcats have for football.
Pure domination so far, and that continues early in the second half.
All right, Blazers getting set up to receive. Wildcats getting set up to kick it off over to them. I feel like as a Wildcat, you're just keeping your eye. You're keeping your eye out on these special teams. It seems like it's their strongest suit, getting down the field, getting good position for themselves. It'll be interesting to see if the Blazers can respond with a big return.
Yeah, they've been able to score off of all turnovers so far this game, and that just shows how important that is to their game. I mean, they scored directly off 2 of them and just barely off a couple of plays later, but I mean, they're ferocious, like we've said it many a times.
They are ferocious indeed. Big kickoff deep down the field this time.
Bouncing at the 25, finally settling at the 20, and the Blaze player steps out of bounds after picking it up.
Did not have her eyes on that ball at all. Taking that first foot forward a little too early again. Stepping out of bounds. There's going to be no return here. I believe they're being put on the 20-yard line is when she stepped out.
Yeah, those balls, once they take that first bounce, they're tricky, aren't they?
They are tricky. They squirm, they wiggle. They do not bounce the way that you think they're going to bounce. It is definitely hard to track a football.
I'll say. And the Blaze hoping to get something going here in the second half. Not their ideal first start on that first drive in the second half, but they're going to keep going, you know. They're not going to give up. They're not going to concede anything here. And that's going to be a tackle for loss on that first run as they are stuffed with nowhere to go. Wildcats once again just able to get to the ball quickly right off the line. And you can't really get much running going when you're able to when the defense is able to get through like that quickly.
The Wildcats just seem to use that cat-like reflex and absolutely pounce on the ball quickly. Love to get a little Wildcat analogy in today. Been looking for that all day long.
I was waiting for that, you know. Second and 12 after the tackle for loss.
Still haven't seen that passing game that the Blazers were showing off at the end of the first half. We're still seeing them running it on the ground. A little surprised to see it.
I agree.
Scored a touchdown off of a big pass and a big 3rd and long. But here we go. Seem to be repeating history here.
Right.
They are 3rd and long. Will we see a big pass? Will we see just a nice little short run game?
Yeah, I would honestly be surprised if they did not look for a passing play here after 2 failed run attempts. I would say they're unable to get even back to the initial scrimmage line, and they're 3rd and 12. They need something big here, and they showed that, like you said, at the end of that first half.
Looks like they got wide receivers lined up wide, 3 on the right side, 1 on the left.
And they are still going to opt for the handoff, and it's going to go nowhere. Once again, Wildcats stuffing it early. 4th and 11 for a very short game, but nothing to show for, really.
Nothing to show for. You see the special teams coming out. You see Laura Gates stepping back. I doubt we're going to see a fake punt here. Looks like it'll just be a Wildcat offensive.
I kind of think it gets to a point where the Blaze just do not want to let the Wildcats run the score up. I mean, at 50 points is already quite a bit. You want to, maintain at least somewhat of a competitive level, and I think that's the right call here to punt for that reason.
A little bit of fumble.
But she's able to
Gets
get it off.
Goes out of bounds. Looks like about the 41-yard line. Not the best kick. Not what you want to see if you are a Blaze.
Yeah, that dropped hike there. Oh, and looks like we got a player down. I believe that's the kicker.
I believe that is a kicker. She is holding her leg. Maybe fell down awkwardly. I didn't quite see it. She looks like she can't even roll to get up. She looks like she's in quite a bit of pain, taking off the helmet. Hopefully she's okay.
Yeah, I definitely did see that ball come off the foot really awkwardly. I think she felt rushed after that mishap there with the hike, and I really hope that this isn't anything too serious.
Hopefully she can get up and walk, and then we'll see her during their next game.
You do got to say that wasn't their best kick for sure, but to force it out of bounds, preventing the return of any kind, maybe not the worst play for them.
Not the worst outcome, to be honest. I do agree with you there, Mason. Looks like she's latching onto a coach, limping towards the line. We will all be thinking about her, making sure that she is all right.
Yeah, looks to be in quite some pain. We really hope it's nothing too serious.
Interested to see, do the Blazes have another kicker?
I don't know. I believe that is Blaze number 1, Melanie Archuleta, that is leaving the field.
Looks like that is their linebacker on defense.
Yeah, and Wildcats are not the only team that have players that play both sides of the ball, or in this case, all 3 sides of the ball if you count special teams.
Indeed, yes.
And they start their drive with a completed pass towards the middle there. I didn't see who caught that one.
As they line up here, Wildcats actually have 4 players in the top 9 for scoring. You got Lexi Ronning, that leads all non-QB players with 36 points.
That's amazing. And I mean, she's just added to that tonight quite a bit, hasn't she?
She has added so much to that tonight. She may even break the top 3 with her performance tonight. Ooh, a little risky pass there from Gates. A little bit of a floater. The Blazes were able to pounce on that and knock it out of the hands.
Just about found the hands of the Wildcat player, but not going to be quite enough.
Not going to be glad. With those short passes, you don't want to air them out too much. You want to get it to your player quick. You also want to make sure that there is no one around for those lobs, for those are the easiest to pick, and that could have easily turned into.
Hand off to Gordon. She's going to be tripped up as she starts to take off there a little bit. And looks to be close for the first down, and it will be enough. They're going to move the chains. Good enough for a Wildcats first down.
Good enough for the Wildcat first down indeed. I mean, 3rd and long with our running backs, with the way that they've been running tonight. I don't hate that play. No. I genuinely love that play. Our running backs have been averaging, like Sam Gordon averages 11.3 per carry. We got...
Wait. Did I just hear you right? 11.3 yards per carry?
11.3 yards per carry. She averages a first down per carry. Easy to get there. And then you also have Linebright in there as well. A little bit of a false start on the Blaze there.
And the count's going to get him, I think.
Oh, it looks like the offense jumped as well. Wow, that'll be on the Wildcats losing yardage. You hate to see it.
Yeah, that's going to send them back 5 yards as they go again at first down. I think the Wildcats would certainly like to clean that up a little bit. They're definitely not showing too many penalties, but we've seen that a handful of times so far this game.
We have seen it a handful of times. Looks
Gates able to get the pass off. Finding Gordon for a toss there.
Could have been worse.
Could have been a lot worse.
That was honestly a great play from Gates. They didn't lose yardage there, but she got it out, finding Sam Gordon. Just giving her that underhand toss to have that skill, to have that athleticism. That is why the Wildcats are so dominant, because they play so much through Gates, and she provides so much for them.
Yeah, that's a great adjustment there to save their field position. Not losing any yards there despite the Blaze showing some great pressure on the quarterback. As we go, 2nd 17, they do lose a couple yards, but like you said, could have been
much
severe.
worse. That could have been an easy 8 yard.
Gates airing out wide, but just over the head of Sam Gordon. Kind of receivers there in that case, as Archuleta was also on that side.
It's like maybe a miscommunication there between the wide receiver and the QB. Airing it out quite deep. That was about 8 yards in front of Sam Gordon. She did seem to turn around a little early. Not sure what happened there, but I'm confident that we can recover.
Yeah, those types of things, they'll happen for sure. 3rd and 17, 6 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Gates once again in shotgun. 4 receivers, excuse me. She's going to be a keeper, and she's got space, cutting it back, but not quite able to burn the defender there, and is stopped at the 30-yard line.
Right, we're 4th and long.
Yeah, she gets 7 yards there, but only returning back to the original scrimmage yard line. What do you do here? 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11.
4th and 11, excuse me.
4th and 11. If I have the kicker for it, I'm going for my kicker. I'm confident, but also having the Blaze start on the 30 isn't the worst thing that happened. They start on the 30 multiple times tonight, and our defense has non-stop stopped them. Actually, it's been quite an impressive play. So as a Wildcat, I might go for it, and it looks like that they are, and I'm not too worried about it.
Gates takes it, pass across the middle.
Looks like Blaze defensive end got a hand on it, misdirecting that pass.
Yeah, those types of passes right across the middle there, so easy to get deflected. You got so many bodies there, so many hands up, and you really have to thread the needle to get that to the receiver, and unfortunately not able to do so that time. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Blaze take the ball.
Turnover on downs. Like I said, Blaze are going to start, looks like, on that 30. Let's see how our defense responds. Mason, quick question for you. If you're choosing an MVP for this game, who are you choosing?
I mean, there's a lot of candidates. You feel that every single game, right?
It's hard to pick, but if I'm picking, I'm going for Ronings. She's been that key wide receiver for this game, scoring touchdowns, getting down the field when they needed it most during that first half.
Absolutely.
An absolute unit today.
Yep, and Gates just went for her once again. She's definitely been the favorite target for tonight and probably for the season by quite a bit. And I think tonight shows exactly why that's the case. If I really had to choose, I think you nailed it. I do think Ronning probably, so far anyways, has my MVP vote.
MVP vote for sure. Just allowing her team to, I feel like, breathe. Just allowing that team to know that she is a target, that she even probably draws some defenders over to her.
I'll certainly give the offensive line a shout as well, though. They've given Laura Gates plenty of time in the pocket. I mean, all game long, you've seen her have those moments to look around, find her options, and air out the ball. I think you really do have to give them a huge shout out.
You 100% do. You are nothing with your offense if not your O-line. Allowing that time, allowing Laura Gates to look down the field, find those deeper targets, and getting those big plays.
I think right there shows exactly what happens when you don't have the protection that you quite want. Blaze quarterback Tawisi just rushed a little bit on that throw and not able to find the defender despite the defender finding some space, getting ahead of the cornerback there. But the pass is not going to be complete. We're going to go to 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3. If I'm here, I might be a Blaze, and I might just try one of my running plays. I don't know if I have the confidence to pass it here.
Absolutely, yeah. They can definitely muscle through a couple yards to get the first down, and the Blaze will call a timeout. They're going to try and draw something up here, something tricky, I'm sure. We saw that a couple times in the first half. Some confusing handoffs that really threw off the Wildcats. Let's talk about upcoming games for these two teams. Wildcats look to play up next the Cali War, and they're going to be visiting them. That's going to be next week on the 30th, a week from today.
Cali War, I believe their standings are pretty high. They are undefeated as well, just right behind the Salt Lake City Wildcats. That'll be a very important game to tune into to see if our Wildcats can hold our undefeated
start to the season.
Thank you. So sorry. Just completely lost my words there.
And speaking of loss, looks like the ball went out. I can't tell who ended up on top of it.
Looks like we got a Wildcat recovery.
And that's going to be turnover number 5?
It's
4?
definitely up there, Mason. I
is.
won't lie to you. Looks like the Blazes. Looks like the Blazes.
I mean, you're starting to lose count. That's how you know the number is high, right?
The number is definitely high. Is that wrong? All right, our offense stepping onto the field. Looks like whatever the Blazers discussed in that timeout didn't work out too well.
No.
Hate to see it.
Definitely not what they wanted to do there. Handoff Sam Gordon. Oh, excuse me, Brielle Lampright taking speed there and gaining a nice, 8 yards?
Getting some nice, decent yardage, but just love seeing Lambright run the ball. She's so explosive out of the pocket. She shoots out like a missile, gaining so much yardage. Hard for the defense to respond that quickly.
Yeah, between Gates, Lampright, and Gordon, they really have quite the trident of a weapon in that backfield, don't they?
That backfield is very strong for the Wildcats, indeed.
After tonight's game, the Blaze will go on to play the Thundercats at the Thundercats. So they've got a back-to-back away game there. They do have a bye week next week. Yeah.
Looks like the Thundercats was the Blazes' first win this season. That'll be quite an interesting game to watch as well.
It was a close one, that first meeting. The Blaze were only able to take 7-0, and I'm sure quite a battle there. Low scoring compared to this game, obviously.
Low scoring indeed compared to this game. Just the Blazes themselves this game having more points than their game against the Thundercats. Looked like a nice run play from our Wildcats, getting that first down.
Yeah, absolutely. If the Blaze can respond from this game, go on, beat the Thundercats again like they showed in their opener, they go 2-4. Not the worst record to have.
Not the worst record to have. Definitely some things to think about towards the end of the season and the off season to work on.
Especially when you consider the fact that every single team that they've lost to has an undefeated record.
That is true. The Blazers have had quite the tough schedule, starting off with the Thundercats, getting that win, but then going against the Minnesota Vixen, and then Cali War, and then now the Wildcats, going against a lot of undefeated teams, a lot of strong teams in this league here. It'll be interesting to see how the playoffs turn out.
That's right, yeah. Wildcats line up here, 2nd and 8. Just under 2 minutes here in the third quarter. Gates receives the snap, finds out wide to Gordon. Pass is completed, spin move.
Just like a
taken
flag.
down.
Looks like Gordon was tackled by her face mask.
And we're going to get a personal foul there, I think.
Face mask on the defense. Cannot do that. You gotta stay away from the face when you're tackling. It's only gonna punish you.
I will say when you got a player as shifty as Gordon there, it is tough to really position your hands correctly, and you are going to end up with that on occasion.
That is tough to see. That's the second time this game we've seen Gordon spin out of a tackle and getting that extra yardage.
There's a reason she's got that 11 yards per carry. And that was enough for a first down there, looking at 1st and goal here inside the 10-yard line.
Looks very straightforward. Looks like they're lined up. And they just go right through the middle. Honestly, I was lost during that play. What some trickery. I was looking towards the right. It went right up the middle. Very shocking. Very great play from the Wildcats there.
Absolutely.
A good Wildcat touchdown indeed.
You are not the only one. They definitely fooled me. Gordon is able to punch it in after a great run to set up the 1st and 3 there on the goal line. And yeah, like you said, they score 56-14. Once again, Brinley Devi with the kick, and it is good.
Very solid kicker. It is nice to have a kicker to where you don't have to worry about these extra points. You have someone consistent, hitting in between the goalposts every time. It is just another weapon that the Wildcats have.
Yep, 0 misses tonight.
I mean, someone's got to start taking these things away. Like, they just seem to be absolutely stacked.
Absolutely. Wildcats extending their lead. Quick reminder, once you go up above 50 points, you have to sub out your starting running back and quarterback, and they are approaching that, just 7 points shy of that massive lead that will lead to that. And I'll be interested to see who the Wildcats have. I know they've shown Lampright can take snaps and run and pass. She even had a passing touchdown at their last home game. I'd be curious to see what they do in that situation if it leads to that.
It'll definitely be interesting to see, because we haven't really seen like the depth of the Wildcats too much. We see the starters, we know the starters. It'll be definitely fun to see how the second team responds to the Blazes if we do get up on them.
The Wildcats do have one of the smaller squads. You consider player numbers. I mean, you see some of these other teams that have a more traditional football squad of, roster 40 plus players. The Wildcats only have about 20 to 30 players, and sometimes that does, show. Can that be a problem on the kick return? Player tries to cut back and run to the outside, but is halted by 4 or 5 Wildcat players.
4 or 5 were the whole team. I just saw a sea of purple and one. Just love to see how tentative each Wildcat is.
Yeah, if you're a Blaze player, you do not want to see that wave of purple, don't you?
You do not want to see the wave of purple, but it looks like they've been just seeing a wave of purple all night at the O-line.
Yep.
Every time our linebackers meet them. And then when it's the air, it's Gates getting that pick. It's Gordon stripping the ball. It's them getting that fumble. It's just the sea of purple is something to fear if you are on the other side of the ball. Big shout out to our coaching staff. They work so hard, and I don't think they deserve enough recognition. If you come and see one of these games, you see Sean is so into it, teaching his players throughout the game, and you love it. And then you have defensive coordinator Brent Gordon, who is a first-year coach who has just shaped this defense so well. So big shout out to our coaches.
Yeah, that's right. They've really given up so much to provide for this team, to allow this team to have good leadership and good direction in their practices and stuff. And it, like you said, it shows so much in the games. Mile High Blaze coming from Thornton, Colorado. Not too far of a travel, as we've seen some other teams travel from all the way across the country.
We definitely not too bad of a drive or a flight. Speaking of flights, tries to get it. The Blazes try to get it to their wide receiver, but it's knocked out of the hands by a Wildcat.
Yeah, ball takes flight shortly there on the bullet pass, but It's not going to be reeled in by the receiver. Setting up a 3rd down and 10. They really just haven't got the ball moving much the second half.
Have not gotten the ball moving. I feel like I haven't seen the confident throws that we saw in the late first half. I thought we would have these deep throws, more of these short underhand passes, but it looks like we're just sticking to these very close cross routes and this running play. A little disappointed. I was hoping to see these big aerial plays that the Blazes were able to pull off.
You also start to wonder, has the Wildcats really just start to learn the playbook that Blaze have shown in that first half and are no longer able to really use trickery or anything to get away from that?
The end of the the end of the 3rd quarter here. But yes, Mason, I do completely agree with you there.
In the 3rd quarter, Wildcats 57, Blaze 14.
Compared to that action we saw in the first half, relatively mild 3rd quarter there. A couple touchdowns scored by the Wildcats. Blaze have no answer. Shut out there in that 3rd quarter. 57-14.
Looks like Blazes are starting to struggle, not having an answer for our Wildcats.
No.
But Mason, can you blame them?
No.
You can't blame them. Our defense is so strong. They're just like a wall that you can't get past.
That's correct, yeah.
That's called wishful thinking. That's a special team. Until we even finish the quarter. Yeah.
And I'm sure if that was the case, it'd just be
Well, I'll just be real. Are we even doing this?
there is a possibility.
It is interesting looking at the roster here. Most of the players on the Wildcats are native from Utah. Like we said earlier, grew up playing in the girls tackle league. We do have quite a few players from around the country
Big
as well.
stop for our Wildcats, getting a loss of yards for the Blaze, getting behind that line, making it 4th and long, forcing the Blaze's hands. As a Blaze,
I think there might have been is there a penalty there? No. No, they're just letting the clock go. Fourth down for the Blaze.
looks like they are in special team formation. Looks like the Blaze will punt it off. I can't tell if that's their usual kicker. It looks like it's not. A little bit of a fumble. Gets it up just a little bit.
The kick's not going to go far.
The kick will just,
in fact, it's rolling backwards
towards the 32-yard line.
Stops just at the 31. Not a great kick for them.
Not a great kick for the Blaze at all.
Yeah. Another drop snap on that punt.
Snap. It looks like the snaps are coming out a little low in shotgun formation.
Yeah, that hurts because, I mean, the whole point of that punt there, you're trying to push back their starting field position, and they just do not accomplish that there. Wildcats are going to take that pretty quickly, I think. Pretty happily, too, honestly.
If I'm a Wildcat, I am ecstatic. I love to see that punt. I love to see it roll to the 32, allowing me to get as close as I can to that red zone. Just a little bit out of the reach of Archuleta. So close.
Very close indeed. Try and target the receiver on the in route there. Can't quite find her, though. Second and 10 after the incomplete pass. We'll see what other weapons they're going to try and find in this drive here. We've seen the ones that we've established already this season so far. What more can they provide? Sam Gordon takes the pitch, running the outside, wants to cut back, doesn't. Cuts inside, tiptoes along the sideline, and is able to get the first down and more for about a 17-yard gain. They do like that pitch, don't they? That jet sweep where they can just get her going.
They love that jet sweep. Like I said, Sam runs like she's angry at the ground. She's got that speed. That jet sweep allows her to build at that speed and absolutely shoot out of the line of scrimmage and get that yardage for that first down. But that's that 2.3 that we've been seeing all season. She is just getting first down after first down tonight.
Gates with the pass.
A little bit behind the receiver, hitting one of the Blazes in the middle of the chest, but they could not pick it up. A little bit of luck for the Wildcats.
You see exactly what she was looking for, though. If she does find that target right in the hands, I mean, that target's going right to the end zone. It's a good look, really great attempt, but just not quite good enough for the first down or more.
Just needs to be a little bit more in front of her, and then that would have just been an easy Wildcat touchdown.
Second and 10. Gates and shotgun. Two receivers here on this near side.
Stepping back.
She's got her
Big
wide.
pass wide open.
Wide
to
open.
Archuleta.
To the house. Touchdown, Wildcats.
You love to see it. The poise. Gates does not care. She does not care that she didn't get that last throw. She saw Archuleta again on the right side, wide open. Not a Blaze to be found. Archuleta almost just walked it in.
What a great route run by their Archuleta there to set up some great separation. She was wide open. I mean, that's easy. Easy as pie. And the kick is just good. Nice. 64 to 14.
There's a flag on the play.
Oh, there is. What's going on here? We've seen a couple of these on the PAT. They called them back last time. I'm wondering what went down here.
It's like a personal foul on the Blaze here. Not sure what was going.
I didn't catch what exactly went down, but yeah, the Wildcats will enforce it on the kickoff there after taking the 50-point lead.
The starters have to come out now. It'll be
do.
interesting to see. Will the Blaze be able to push more? Will they be able to drive the ball more? Because you're going to have to take out Gates, our safety, the one with the pick six. Gordon and Lambright, who have been all over the defense.
Yeah, that 50-point deficit does make a big difference in the remainder of this game. At 12 minutes to go.
If I'm a Blaze, I'm a little relieved that these star players are coming out.
Yeah, actually, you don't want them to just keep running that score up 64 to 14 after what was a pretty decently close start to this game.
A very close start, touchdown after touchdown. Then in the second quarter, only one for the Blaze, and the Wildcats just did not stop responding.
Yeah, the Blaze have only been able to stop one or two drives so far this game from the Wildcats. But with those starters out, that could change. We'll see. Wildcats will kick off from the 50-yard line. That'll help them out. Probably looking to pin the Blaze here inside their own 10-yard line. Debbie lines up for the kick. And here we go. Boots
Big
it.
hit here.
They are going to catch it at the 5-yard line, running right down
Finding
the
a
middle.
gap.
Got a great gap and a good return from the 5-yard line all the way past the 35, or up to the 35, excuse me, but that's a pretty good return there.
That's a good return. On the a little bit before the 35-yard line, you like to see that. That is good positioning. That allows you away from the 25-yard line. That's an extra 10 yards. Hopefully, the Blaze will be able to respond.
Absolutely. Taking the snap, got some time, gonna run it herself. Not able to get too far there, unfortunately, for the Blaze.
Like some of our starters are out, but that D-line is not. They are there. They are responding. They said, I don't care if we're up 50 points. I'm going to stop you here and now.
They've been making some good substitutions, the Wildcats, and that high bar that they set, those starters, I should say, set, does not change when the new subs come in. They are a well-rounded team and a team-centered at that. We do have a Blaze player that's down with another injury. This is several times now we've seen this, and we really just, it's not a great sight.
It's just not what you want to see.
No.
The biggest thing that we want to see is all of the girls on the field leaving healthy, leaving intact. We hate to see a player go down.
Fortunately, so far we've had every player be able to get up after a brief rest and walk off the field after sustaining a minor injury. And we hope that's again the case here, as the trainers tend to her.
She is up and walking, and that is exactly what we want to see. A little slow, but she is not leaning on anyone, which is a good sign.
Yep, able to walk off the field there. That's number 72 on the Blaze, Sasha Buenteo.
The Blaze lining up here. A little bit of a fake. Dropping back, trying to dodge tackles, but just swarmed by that sea of purple.
Yeah, she evades that first tackle, but unable to avoid anything further than that. And eventually sacked. And another Blaze player down. And helmet came off on that one. I don't know if that was after the injury. She's able to get up on her own, but gonna be limping off the fields. Gosh, you really hope you don't see this happen too much longer in the remainder of this game, but after playing for so long, so hard, happen unfortunately in this type of environment. Clock resumes though, 3rd and 13. Once again, just not able to get this drive going anywhere. And I don't know what more they can try. They're gonna probably look to the air game again, maybe not. They might go for another handoff, as the drop back did not work in the previous 2 downs. But neither does the run there, and it's gonna get stuffed.
During that run, a Wildcat took a pretty big hit there. Starting to see some aggression from the Blaze late in the game, holding her stomach. Hopefully she is all right. Unknown on who that is, but hopefully she will recover quickly.
Yeah, I'm wondering if she just got the wind knocked out of her. Maybe that was a hard hit. The way she was running, oh, she is holding an arm. Maybe it could be a shoulder injury, perhaps.
Looks like the trainer is checking her out. Resuming with the play, a little less than 10 minutes left of the game. Just curious to see when the Blaze will respond, if they do.
4th down, 13, pump fake.
Stopped again by the sea of purple.
And another sack.
Love to see the Wildcats got our D linemen pounding on the chest, showing them that I am here, I am strong, and I will tackle you.
I would love to tell you what player was able to get that sack, but we cannot really read these numbers that well.
I believe it was 71. I believe it was number 71, Sakira, the one that sang the national anthem.
Correction, that was Ellie Biscara, number 75 for the Wildcats with the sack there. A great play from her.
My apologies, folks. I may need to get my eyes checked.
I don't know if it's so much your eyes. The blue on blue is, maybe I'm just trying to give us some credit here, but That is tough to read from all the way up here.
That light highlighted, like, purple numbers are quite hard to read. I do apologize, folks.
Let's go, and the Wildcats getting hype here. The sideline hyping up the crowd after what was an amazing play there to stop and take over the ball. Lampright running around. Good blocks. Cutting inside. All the way.
Touchdown. Lambright dodging the defense.
What?
Not even worried about
play.
them.
What a play.
What a play.
All around. Great blocks.
Great blocks by the Wildcats, allowing that space for Lambright. You can see the excitement, see how excited she is for that play. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, she reads those blocks perfectly, letting the team get ahead of her, providing that path, cuts inside at the perfect opportunity. And the Wildcats hit to 70 points. What a game for them. And they punch it in, 71-14. That is their highest scoring of the season so far.
I believe that is 71 points in one game. You just love to see it.
Yeah, that trumps their highest scoring of the season so far, which was 60 against the Nevada Storm earlier in the season.
As a Blaze this late in the game, there really is no response. They look defeated, if I am honest. It'll be interesting to see how they play out this offensive run.
They've given it all for sure. You can't say otherwise. The Blaze, very physical game. They are sacrificing a lot of late injuries here happening in this fourth quarter. Hopefully we don't see too much more of that, but yeah, the Wildcats are just running wild. Debbie for another kick. Oh, it actually might be a different player. And she boots it all the way to the 20 with a big bounce up in the air. Blaze able to reach up and grab it. Cutting inside, trying to get some blocks, but it's very crowded there. Runs into some good traffic. And
a little bit of shoving from the Blaze. Pushing one of our characters, like one of our players, definitely getting a little angsty and a little mad.
It's been a long game, I gotta say. Nowhere to go on that return. Stuffed once again on their own half. Can they try and make something happen in probably what is one of, if not their last drives of the game?
You've seen a couple shoves from the Blaze. Love to see the poise from our Wildcats. Not starting anything, not antagonizing it.
That's right. Emotions here on the Wildcats sideline. You can just see how excited they are for their fellow teammates making good plays, scoring, and just playing well overall. I think that's a huge attribute that the Wildcats need to continue to have such good success that they've had as a team in their 2 seasons.
I love to see it for sure. The absolute family that they have created with the Wildcats. Just talking to some of the players, they think of themselves as sisters.
Clock continues to wind down. We are approaching 6 minutes remaining in the game and in this fourth quarter. Blaze on the ball, 2nd and 10. Blaze takes the snap, handoff, getting some momentum and a good carry for her. She gets across the 40 for a gain of about 7 yards. They'll resume their drive here on the 41 after the 5-yard carry, 3rd and 5.
Wildcats making some substitutions, looking like putting in their secondary team, letting their starters rest after their hard work this game.
And that just means that these players coming in and getting a little more on snaps, they're going to be hungry.
They're going to be hungry. They're going to have the energy. They're going to want to get to the ball. It'll be interesting to see how the Blaze respond with this newfound energy that the Wildcats are coming in with so late in the game.
So late in the game, they do not care about the score. They're just here to play, and I think that just continues to show for them. 4th and 1 after that carry. Let's see what our Wildcats can do. Can they stuff the Blaze once again like they've done several times this half, many times this game?
The crowd cheering for the defense now, trying to hype up the secondary team, coming up with a stop of 4th and short, and I believe they got it.
I think it was a bad snap.
Looks like it'll be overturned to the Wildcats. The offense stepping onto the field. You love to see that stop.
Yeah, the Blaze have nowhere to go there. Just a crowded area right there in the middle where the Blaze have loved running the ball so far this game. Stuffed on the 4th down. Turnover by downs. Wildcats take the ball 1st and 10 on the Blaze 43-yard line. Good handoff there. Eventually taken down, getting past the 40-yard line. Good little gain there for about 5 yards. Ty, I gotta say, you're looking kind of nice today. Have you been working out? You've been sneaking into the practices with the Wildcats. What's going on there?
I mean, I have been hitting the gym. I can't say I'm not quite as in shape as these Wildcats. I don't think I would do well on the field, but I do appreciate it, Mason. I have been cutting.
Speaking
Mason, I love your fit too. Have you been working out as well?
No, I really haven't. Speaking of cutting, what a great cut there on the run and getting the 1st down. As the clock continues to wind down, we're approaching the end, getting down to close to 3 minutes remaining in the game. This has been a great game for sure.
This has been a fantastic game. Not surprised about the score with how the Wildcats played. They played so hot coming out. Maybe a little slow start in the first couple minutes, but coming out with big passes and interception. Oh, going down the field, breaking tackles, going for that 1st down. You love to see it, pointing to the crowd, trying to get us energized. I love it.
Yeah, the crowd absolutely eating that one up. And why shouldn't they? What a great play. Great pitch. And just finds the hole. That's, once again, well done by the line to create that gap for her to punch right through, gain speed, and get to the 18-yard line. The run gets inside the 10-yard line. Not going to be quite enough for the 1st down. A couple yards short there off the 1st down.
Entered the red zone much more farther in.
Ty, what are your takeaways for both teams? Let's start with the Wildcats. What are they going to take from this game? Going into practice, what are they going to talk about? What things do they need to fix? It's been a near-perfect game, but I think near-perfect still means there's room for improvement.
Always room for improvements. The Wildcats, I mean, gaining so much confidence with the aerial plays. Getting maybe more deeper passes down in the playbook, looking deeper down the field, maybe taking those shortcuts as Laura Gates found those tight holes for the threading the needle of the ball. For the Blaze, quite a bit to work on. Got a couple false starts, a couple personal fouls with some face masks and some shoving, maybe keeping that poise, maybe getting more confidence with the passing as they did so good in the 1st half.
And the Wildcats punching in once again. I think that is Lampright with the keeper there. 77-14. I mean, they are just running crazy tonight. 77 points. I can't tell you the last time I saw a score get this high, and I guess probably the last time I did was probably a Wildcats game last season. Kick is good. 78-14. 1 minute remaining. And it looks like the clock's just gonna stop right at exactly 1 minute.
1 minute left for the Blazers. If I'm a Blaze, I'm going out there and having some fun. I'm gonna maybe ask my coach to let me throw a deep ball. Let me run the ball.
Yep.
Just have some trick plays. At this point, it's all about having fun. At the end of the day, we're here to play football, and we're here to score some touchdowns. I'm hoping to see some nice enthusiasm, even this late in the game for the Blaze. With the game today, Mason, would you change anything that the Wildcats did today?
No, absolutely not. I feel like they were able to recover quickly from mistakes. We've talked several times about that first drive that they were held 3 and out, I guess 4 and out because they went for it. I think they did not let that matter to them at all, and I think that tells you a lot. I think adjustments have been made throughout the game. We've seen that the second half. They completely shut out the Blazes second half, despite the Blaze showing some weapons there in the first. And I think that's just, you can't really ask for too much more than that. As kickoff goes towards the out of bounds, but I think the Blaze player caught it before it went out of bounds, so no penalty. And it'll be stopped there.
I'm a Blaze player. I'm letting that bounce out of bounds. It gives your team such a much bigger advantage than catching it.
Yeah.
And then letting it out. It's now being put, I believe, on the 15-yard line.
Yeah, I think that's a moment where the player doesn't quite know how that works, and that's just unfortunate. But I'm wondering if they just let this game go to bed here.
I'm the Blaze. I'm running the ball. I'm letting the clock run out. I'm giving the victory to the Wildcats. There is no way that the Blaze can come back from this. They're just gonna run it out and regroup for their next game.
Yeah, the game got put away pretty quickly here and really buried here in the second half.
Finishing it in the first half, even with the Wildcats scoring so much.
Right. Keeping that high-scoring game for the remainder of this game. And that's probably going to do it. I don't think the Blazers are going to run another play, let the clock bleed out. And it's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure, Mason. This was our first broadcast. So sorry for the little mistakes. Sorry for the little mishaps.
Sorry for the Blaze as the Wildcats run wild 78-14. I've been Mason Ayers. This is Ty Myers. Your Wildcats take it home.
You guys, everyone have a wonderful night. Thank you for tuning in today and supporting our Wildcats.
This group right here, all around, is football. We're all football players. Y'all are football players, okay?
Down. Good. Conchioli's going to go straight ahead. Got a receiver caught. Touchdown. They're back behind. What a catch. Houdiniacs. Sideline. She wants another tackle. There's now one for
You know the moments, the feeling in your feet, the rhythm of ambition, that extra, that aha, that sight, that's something. The click, the shift, the boom, and you're there. The mess becomes a map, and you call it art, or science, or code, because now you know the way forward. For all the moments that drive you, there's edX. Fuel your ambition with thousands of job-relevant courses and programs at edX.org.
Guess who's back?
Shit.
Back again.
My God, he stabbed her! Not her! My pronouns are they, them. He stabbed them!
We back.
There's a serial killer on the loose.
Hello, Tuesday.
I have been preparing for this for years.
Hello, Mother. You look like shit.
Should we hug? I really want to, but I'm a Republican now, so I'm supposed to be racist.
Oh, girl, I think all white people are racist anyway. Come here.
Okay. Oh.
Hey there. We heard tell of a Halloween party. We're here to drink, play bad music, do some half gay shit.
Why just half gay?
Sink. Stop smiling!
Run, bitch, run!
Mom, Santa gave me a severed arm. Be sure to thank him. What the?
Controversy doesn't feel so empty without me.
Somebody help! Help!
Bitch, we on break. So you handle yours. I'll be right over here eating my falafel and my pork rinds. Bitch.
Guess who's back?
And as we can see, the future of technology is with us. You might be thinking, Doc, this is truly amazing. And we got.
Hey, is the projector ready? Come on, time for a team meeting.
You know the moments, the feeling in your feet, the rhythm of ambition, that extra, that aha, that sight.
That's something.
The click, the shift, the boom, and you're there. The mess becomes a map, and you call it art, or science, or code, because now you know the way forward. For all the moments that drive you, there's edX. Fuel your ambition with thousands of job-relevant courses and programs at edX.org.
Rolls to her left, has time, throws on the run to the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. Pittsburgh TD.
The athletes, they're the backbone of this whole league, and they're just amazing people. They've got amazing stories.
Barrett in the pattern, they're looking for her. Able to bring that one in, Brianna Barrett. My goodness.
I never thought I'd be here. I feel like the best things in life are things that come to you unexpected. So it's been a great journey for me.
I know this is where I'm supposed to be.
Caught touchdown, Jada Meister.
Essentially, it's true of breaking barriers, right?
She could go all the way, and she does. Touchdown.
We're shattering the glass ceiling.
Great pass up in the air. Touchdown.
All of the women role models that we look up to are all women who did things that were not expected.
They realize they're pioneers. They realize that the trail that they leave is going to be a path that a young girl can follow.
It gives you hope. They believe in themselves, I believe in them, and Franco believed in all of us, so it just goes with the territory.
One team!
know the moments. The feeling in your feet, the rhythm of ambition, that extra, that aha, that sight.
That's something.
The click, the shift, the boom, and you're there. The mess becomes a map, and you call it art, or science, or code, because now you know the way forward. For all the moments that drive you, there's edX. Fuel your ambition with thousands of job-relevant courses and programs at edX.org.
In the quiet moments before dawn, champions are made. Every fan, every athlete, every moment counts. It's not just a game, it's a passion that unites us, drives us, and makes us strive for greatness. Greatness is wherever fans connect and call home. We believe in the power of the community. We believe in turning passion into action. We bring fans closer and transform loyalty into unforgettable experiences. Join us. Make every moment matter. Fan Club. Get your fans in the game.
Jump Psychological Assessment in Progress. Subject 003. Jonathan J. Kabongo. 28. Tactical Fitness Trainer. Toronto, Ontario. Confirmed.
What will follow is some simple word association. For example, I might say strength, and you might say
Rest.
speed,
Practice.
defeat.
Unbannable.
Clever. Pressure.
Peace.
Greatness.
Yo, Jay, what you say?